The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out.
I want to know more. I want to know more. Do you want to know more? Do you want to know more? Do you want to know more? Do you want to know more?
Howdy doody.
The all-seeing guys. I, of course, am known as Greg.
And I am obviously Joe.
Joe, no, and also known as Joe.
Also known.
Yes, it's not like Joe, a.k.a. Night Stalker or anything. It's just Joe.
Just no alias.
No cool alias names.
No MMA middle name.
Middle name.
Joe the Twat Jackson.
Joe the Pelican Jackson. I don't know.
I had a series of middle names on Facebook.
Yes, you have.
For a while.
You
I had
have.
a Go White Boy Go,
which
was
say it.
Go White Boy Go Jackson, which was from a time.
Sounds a bit racist nowadays.
It's not that bad. I was cheered on by a group of black men whilst dancing to drum and bass in Hippodrome.
Nice.
They were literally all shouting around me in a circle, "Go White Boy Go! Go White Boy Go!"
Did you feel amazing?
I felt fucking great. I left with the biggest smile on my face. I was in there, fucking splashing my beer around.
That
all
was
the
worth
place.
the price of admission alone.
Fucking going mental, mate. It was brilliant.
Us white boys do get a bit crazy when the drum and bass drops, man.
There was
it really tests the person.
It really does.
Being
Yeah,
in a drum and
fucking
bass rave really tests you, I think.
I remember going to see Adam F. At,
If you're not in the right frame of mind, it's going to be a very experience.
Well, this was it, right? So I went to 2003 Reading. I went and saw Adam F. with my friends.
How was he?
Mate, it was so intense. I left and I went and watched 100 Reasons. And when I got back to my campsite and saw my mate, and I was like, mate, that fucking Adam F. was crazy. And it was just like, dude, that was the warm-up DJ, man. I was like, oh, shit. All right, I missed that then. It was ridiculous. But, yeah, I also had Joe Tackleberry Jackson.
Oh, of course. I forgot about that. Police Academy.
Josh Retalic's wife, Hannah,
So
fucking
you
once said I
like
look like Tackleberry.
You do a bit.
I do.
I agreed. I
It's the
completely
nose.
agreed.
It's the fucking nose.
I completely agreed.
He's a legend. Greg, how you been?
Oh, yeah, man. I've been bright and daisy.
Lovely stuff.
How have you been?
I've been great.
I've not
been
seen you
really
since we
good.
last podcasted, which was our middle of the night.
I've had a lot on. Let me tell you. Well, we had an evening out, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we did.
I went out with my sister.
Did we? When did we have an evening out?
We?
Oh, of course. Sorry,
Yes.
I forgot. Yes, of course.
Greg,
Sorry.
trying to be
Sorry.
subtle here, man.
Sorry.
Come on.
Sorry. Talk about that later.
I thought I had that nailed.
Yeah. No,
All right.
I was like, no, we've podcasted since you went to the pub. But
More
obviously
to
you
come.
didn't mean the pub.
More to come about our evening out.
We actually went somewhere that wasn't a restaurant, a pub, or
Ed's.
the Cox. Or Ed's. we went to a new location together for the first time.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, yes.
It was a hell of an experience.
Anyway, yes. We had an evening out.
I went up to King's Cross with my sister to see
Yes.
a Frightened Rabbit tribute night. That
Nice.
was really, really good.
It's weird. If you didn't know they were banned, it just brings a lot of questions, doesn't it?
does, yeah.
I went to see a
Basically,
Frightened
I
Rabbit
was-
tribute act. It was just men on stage
30
imitating frightened rabbits.
It was 30 of us in a basement watching two rabbits in a cage look terrified.
lush new campaign going very well.
Yeah. It was great. It was awesome. So I've had a bit of a week. Just continuing to celebrate my birthday a
Yeah,
little bit
fucking
extra.
A. And you can top it, give it a nice little full stop with bank holiday weekend. We're in right now.
Indeedy do. This is my third week in a row of only doing a 4-day week.
Wow, that's incredible.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, I
mate.
bet, man. When it's timed right, it's fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
Do you reckon we should go into a bit of geese dropping now?
Yeah, why
Well,
not?
of course, we have snippets of our conversations by ourselves or sent to us. Geese dropping!
Having a listen.
Where am I going? I have no explanation for this. I just have written in my list. Where am I going? I can't remember writing
it, though.
I can't remember writing. I don't know how it was said.
Well, you know you're fucking lost and you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You have to say it out loud, not just in your head.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, where am I going?
Where am I? You like
need
this, so
to
yes,
hear
I'm fine.
it.
Don't ask me questions.
You need to hear it outside the realms of your mind.
Yeah.
I heard walking back from the cinema, the amount of shit I take. Could you imagine if I had the same level of entitlement as her?
That sounds like a.
That's like a master.
That sounds like
the
a
amount of shit I take. Could you
sounds like a
imagine if I
fucking-
had the same level as entitlement as her?
I would rule the world.
I would rule the office with an iron stapler.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, that's he just. I mean, it doesn't.
You
sound,
may not have the coffee.
It just. I mean, that sounds like an agony aunt almost.
My last one and my favourite one that I heard in McDonald's with
yeah.
a woman, a couple of adults sat around a table with loads of kids, like toddlers.
Yeah.
And I heard one of the women say to the other, "Is it noticeable that Noah is my favourite?" And you know what? I didn't know these people. I'd never seen them before in my life, but before she said it,
Yeah.
I could already tell Noah was her
Oh,
favourite.
really? Was it that obvious?
She was like stroking his hair. Like, there was not even looking. They were sort of running riot. She's like, sat, this poor kid just sat there, just like, oh.
She was kissing him with tongue.
I mean, is it noticeable? Is my favourite? And it's like, yes, even I can see, and I'm like 2 tables away.
Your hands down the front of his trousers. It's weird.
It's noticeable.
It's noticeable. Love, let me
noticeable.
tell you. I had one here which I heard on the way to work the other morning. The other morning. It really caught me by surprise because I was really tired and I didn't have my headphones or like iPod with me.
You weren't ready.
I wasn't ready, man. And I just heard a guy, he walked around the corner with his 2 kids and just went, and that's how I got the nickname Stephen.
That's not a nickname.
It's not a nickname, that's a name.
I mean, you've nicked it.
Yeah,
like
you
it's,
absolutely nicked
that
it
name doesn't
from
belong
some
to you.
cunt called Stephen.
Yeah, he's like, oh, now I'm a Sid. Now I'm a symbol.
It's unreal. I thought, mate, that was brilliant.
What's unreal about that geese drop is, did you say you were on the train and didn't have your headphones or
No,
music?
I was on my way to the train station.
Oh, right, you did have them, but they weren't on yet.
No, I'd left them at home.
Oh, no. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a bit I was inquiring about. Why?
Yeah, I then have to just, it's just
Oh, mate.
awful.
It's the worst, especially getting on the train.
It's horrific, man.
Yeah.
I usually I'll listen. Sometimes in the morning I just don't fucking bother, but then I'll listen on to my music on the way home.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah.
Do you still put the headphones on, though?
Occasionally.
Yeah, mate, I've put the headphones on
Occasionally
before
I do.
and not put music on, but I'm still wearing them.
You've told me before where you've when we've been out in Kingston and you've walked home, you've put your headphones on but just not put any music on until you've got
Close
to your
to
door.
home. Yeah.
And you're just like, oh shit, hang on.
Yeah, I've not put any fucking music on.
Yeah.
We have a Sam drop, of course, when our fucking northern
yes.
geese dropper catcher,
Catch 'em.
fucking Sam Eastwood, fucking
He is catching them all.
He is catching them all up north, and he's fucking sending them to us, and we're showing them with you. Fucking, this is
Oh, mate, they are
segment
good.
within a segment. It's Sam drops. What's he dropping? Geese.
A couple of northern geese drops for you here.
Hold on,
Keeps on giving.
come on.
Good evening, gentlemen. We are rolling out of Tuesday. And I've got some geese drops for you. Been saving these ones up since the weekend, so here we go. This first one was when I was on the train station the other day. One woman says, "I've never seen anyone so disappointed in a dog." Not sure what happened there, but yeah, clearly not impressed by the dog. This one, I was stood behind someone at a cash machine. She goes, "I'm not feminine. I'm just dropping and squatting." Again, no idea what that means. I don't know how dropping and squatting doesn't make you feminine. This woman was on a phone, very clearly, obviously, very cross with her partner. Came out with, "I really hate it when you spit out the window." Like, which window? Car window, bedroom window? No idea. Whichever is gross either way.
Questions.
This one was a good one. Angry woman the other day. She's going to get twatted next week. Well, yeah, that's always fun. Watch out, whoever's going to get twatted next week. And this last one comes with a bit of a question as well, and you might be able to answer it because I certainly couldn't. I felt like I needed to go back and ask her what was going on. These have all come from women this week, interestingly enough as well. The geese drop was, "I only like the powdery ones, not the hard ones."
Whoa.
So my question to you, and you might be able to find an answer, is what product or item comes in both hard and powdery versions? Because I cannot think of anything. I'll see you all next week, guys.
I mean, mints, but now much with powder is not.
I thought-
mint, is it?
I
It can
remember-
be
yeah.
powdery mints, but it wouldn't be powder or a mint.
I remember discussing this with Lucy actually, because then I was just like, because I had to play it to her, and then they was just like, what could it be? And I thought makeup,
Yeah.
but then That didn't make sense.
No.
You don't get hard makeup. Do you? I don't know. I don't know enough
Hard
about
and
the. I
powder
don't know
before.
about enough about the beauty industry to confirm or deny these.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting question.
My first initial thought was donuts, and then I was just like, that doesn't make sense.
It's the hard that throws it off.
Yeah, completely.
It's the hard. It's like, is it solid cocaine or powder cocaine?
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
That's
What did you think first?
Mints.
Mints.
Yeah,
That's good. Oh, I feel like this is going to derail our entire
There
episode.
was actually not. This isn't a geese drop, but it's something that happened to Lizzie that I definitely wanted to share on the podcast. I probably told you this, but for the viewers' entertainment. So Lizzie was on her way back from work, and she was on the bus, and she was like, "Oh, you know that little like kid that's always on there?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, the little fat kid. He's always on the 71, and he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
He's always causing a bit of trouble. Like he thinks he's a bit of a lad, but he's like a kid."
Is he 10 years old?
Mate, 10, 11 maybe.
Okay.
But he's always on his own. Sometimes he's got a scooter, like not the stupid.
Like a
fucking
not a
business-
moped.
Yeah, not a moped on the bus. And maybe he's a bit younger than 12.
Imagine trying to get a moped on the bus.
Maybe he's
I mean,
just in the pram
beginning,
area.
not a point. No point whatsoever. You've already got a mode of transport.
Fucking yeah. When Lizzie said that he was on the bus with a bunch of his friends, which usually is on his own,
Okay.
and she said that he threw an egg out the window of the bus at a cyclist.
Did he just have it in his pocket?
He just opened the top window and he threw an egg out of it at a cyclist.
And he hit the cyclist?
I presume so, I don't know. But the bus stopped and the cyclist came up to the door and was shouting, and the bus driver let him on.
Oh, so the bus driver had clocked it?
The bus driver stopped, let the cyclist on, and let him go bollock the kid.
Oh, mate! Yes!
Apparently, Lizzie's like, he fucking went shit fucking
I
mad at
fucking
him.
bet he did.
And was like, fucking can't he call an accident? I don't know if he did say cunt. I can't contest to that. But apparently he was
nor
very,
deny.
very, very angry.
Yeah.
And the kid they all just sat there. And Lizzie said when she got off, they were like sheepishly sat at the back, kind of looking at the floor.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, that's crazy. The bus driver let him on to have a fucking go at him. That's
Mate,
amazing.
Kids need that reality check
That's
sometimes.
fucking amazing, man.
I mean, when you were a kid that age, do you ever remember getting a fucking bollocking from someone that wasn't your parents?
Yeah, a couple of times.
It's terrifying.
yeah.
You're just like, holy shit, this person could hit me.
Especially when you've made a friend's parent angry.
Oh, mate, I remember one time when I was like 11, and I had down my street, I had a couple of school friends, so
Right.
I was always sort of out with them on bikes, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And one particular time, me and one of the kids were walking along. We were going to play basketball at his house, but with my basketball. And he
It's kind
found
of of you, wasn't it?
it was. I thought so. I mean, he had one as well, but he preferred mine for some reason.
Did he have a hoop?
He did indeed.
Oh wow! So there you go. That's a big
yeah,
mention,
just like
yeah.
on the side of the wall. Sort of
Your
situation.
powers combined are greater.
That was it, yeah. And so we're walking along, and he's like bouncing the ball, and purposely bounces it against the curb so it goes flying into the road. Fucking cars coming along down there like 30 miles an hour,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, to be fair, it's a residential fucking
Yeah,
street.
yeah.
It's a bit fast. Bang in front of him. Just ball just flies in front of him, and he's just screech. Like, I've never heard a car
Make that noise.
like make that noise before.
Bet that guy's heart was in his fucking
He was,
chest.
mate, fuck, man. And then we just stood on the side of the road. He, like, reverses back, just gets out of his car and just comes towards us. And he's just like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And I was just like, he threw the ball. And it was just like, I don't fucking care who threw the fucking ball. What the fuck do you think you're playing at? I could have fucking, that could have been a kid. Like, I could have driven into another car and smashed my fucking wheel. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. This guy ended up living down this road as well. So,
Wow.
like, I then saw him, like,
all the time. Did he eventually start nodding at you as you were
No,
angry?
man, I know. Like, even to this day, I've never made eye contact with him.
Fuck.
Like it's a long fucking winded. Like, I'm just
Oh,
like,
wow.
nope, no way.
That's great. That's like an ongoing background plot device in like a
Oh,
series. Like, you
God.
always see him every other episode occasionally.
It was fucking harsh, man. Yeah, that was one of the scariest like bollockings from someone that wasn't like
Wow.
my parents or like a friend's parents.
Yeah.
Even from a friend's parents, it's not great. But,
No,
like,
no, I hated it. Fuck, man.
I remember like
That's put my back up.
I smacked my. I remember like
Who'd
smacking.
you smack?
I smacked my my friend round the.
My bitch up.
No, mate, I smacked him in the head with a cricket bat.
Who? Your friend?
One of these
What,
kids that live
mate,
down
what,
my street.
What, like in a psycho way?
Nah. We were playing cricket, and apparently I've got a bit of a knack for it.
Doesn't sound like you do.
No, mate, I'm telling you, I can hit a ball. Let me tell you,
Oh.
can't bowl one, but I can hit one. So we were doing just like down the park playing cricket, and it was just like you get bowled out until someone catches
Bowled
the ball
out,
out,
love
or
it.
you get fucking knocked out. And it was like, sweet, I go last. I'm getting runs. I'm knocking the ball fucking far and wide. And the older, like two of them were brothers, and the older brother was getting a bit angry because I was getting close to like beating his score. So I'm running to get a run, and he just fucking grabs me. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And like, they're grabbing the ball so I can basically be out. I'm just like, no, I'm not having this. So I start just like swinging and wriggling and stuff, and just accidentally, of course, accidentally, just swinging, clapping around the side of the fucking head with a bat.
Did he go down?
Oh, he went fucking down.
Where's he out? Was he knocked out?
He wasn't. No. He was laying on the ground, making us think he was knocked out.
Right.
He was on his front, like holding his face.
Right.
So it was just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And we were all just there, just go like, Craig, just like nudging him with the bat. And it's like, Craig, and then all of us, like, after 5 minutes of being on the ground, he just suddenly just got up with like fucking rage in his eyes, and I just ran. And then his mum turned up on our doorstep. I was just like, hello.
Wow.
I was like, it was an accident. And it's just like, yeah, I'm really sorry.
He walks with a limp now and thinks his name's Dr. Madravius. From the future, you've ruined our son.
You know what? He's a prick anyway.
Oh, wow. Official announcement there from Joe
fucking
Jackson.
say his last name. Fucking really fucking let him hear it.
Now, this episode, we're doing something a bit different, which I know every fucking other podcast does in the world.
Yeah, that was
and
a nice little therapy
I'm sure
session
people
there.
have said to us before, it's being like, oh yeah, I like your podcast doesn't do all the other shit. Well, this time we're doing the other shit.
Oh, we're doing the other
We're doing
shit.
the other shit this time because, for no real reason other than we just wanted to do it, because while we're talking MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, the big finale Endgame.
Uh-huh.
And I know fucking everyone, this is not our usual forte, we're doing it.
Yeah, it's
the
happening.
subject we're talking about.
You may have heard in the past my
Well, this is it. This is the
description perfect.
This is the rocky
rendition.
foundation of the of it all.
So you may have remembered in episode 100, before we started crying from hot sauce, I'd in a drunken state, I'd said to Greg in passing that I wish to go and view the last Marvel film with him in the cinema.
I mean, well, not the last Marvel film.
Well, no, but the end of the
Infinity
the run.
Saga.
Yeah. And he, tears were in his eyes, and he was just like, "I'd love nothing more."
We'd never been. Well,
we'd never been to the cinema
because
together.
you haven't done cinema. You've always
Nah.
if you've listened to this podcast since the beginning, you have heard Joe moan a lot and express his hatred for why he doesn't wish to go to the cinema.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal when Joe was like, "I want to go see Endgame." I was like, "Holy fuck! He hasn't been to the cinema since Die Hard 5."
I know, right? And so yeah, it was.
I can understand why.
It was. I really enjoyed it.
So it's really interesting because, like, obviously you've not been a big MCU man.
I haven't not Die Hard. No,
not Die Hard.
I think my interest has only really come about in the last 2 years.
So, like, my relationship with Marvel, I guess, grew up with the comics, the cartoons. Jason and my brothers kept me up to date. I have so much stuff I know just from Jason telling me stuff over the years. I honestly fucking, as a kid though, I used to like literally dream about these sort of films, man. I used to love. There were never films about the.
We should have got Jason for this.
We should have. I was thinking about that.
I've got a third chair.
I was thinking about that. He actually would have been very, very good on this episode.
Oh yeah.
But just it's been a huge part. I remember buying comics as a kid all the time. I remember going up to London to like the museum, like Met British Museum with my parents. But the real reason I wanted to go because Gosh Comics was across the road.
Oh, okay.
And I'd go in there afterwards with my pocket money or before and buy like it was just a proper comic book shop.
Yeah, yeah.
In Kingston, you had books, bits and bobs, and that's kind of really
mate,
it
that
as a
place
kid.
was fucking
Unless you
legendary,
went up
wasn't it?
London, and this was amazing, man. Like. So for me,
I went in like in my younger days, definitely went in there and bought like X-Men copies.
Copies.
Copics.
Oh yeah, man. I used to go. Don't get me wrong. I fucking bought the shit out of stuff.
I mean, that
bits
was
and bobs comic book wise, fucking shitloads.
In regards to the whole kind of sort of comic thing, I think that was my only real interest when I was younger. Was just X-Men. I just found a real fascination in it. I think it was because I like drawing as well.
Yeah.
So I like it was really because they used to do like. There would be pages where it would just have like a full-blown like body shot of someone. It'd be like, fucking sick, gotta draw that.
Yeah.
Oh god, it doesn't look anything like it, but it's great.
Yeah, I used to have a How to Draw Comics, the Marvel Way book.
Yeah.
That was cool as fuck, man. Although I was so impatient, I wouldn't do it step by step. I'd go to the last amazing picture and just try and freehand draw it.
Yeah.
I used to use some pretty good ones. I used to be quite good at freehand.
I used to enjoy it, man. I think, so X-Men was always a good thing for that, and that was, but I never, like, Superman, Spider-Man, anything like that, really. I mean, I know Superman's fucking DC and shit, but like, you're well-known
Yeah.
fucking shit. I mean, Spider-Man, I guess, would have been the only thing that then made me go into, or, like, find out what fucking Thor was, or Iron Man. None of that shit was, until the first Iron Man film came out, completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
And I saw the first Iron Man one when it came out, because I hadn't yet been so cynical about cinemas.
Right.
But I think that was the only one that I did see.
Right, okay.
Was the first Iron Man, but it was enjoyable.
So when they came out for me, like, I'm quite glad they came out at this stage. I thought I appreciate them at this stage of my
Yeah.
life than I would have back then.
Yeah.
But what's very interesting is that I was thinking about this today when I watched Endgame again. I'm in the cinema. It wasn't that busy at that time, but it was like me, Lizzie, some adults on their own,
Yeah.
like a father and son, little family. Like they were like little pockets of people dotted around, but all very different. And they were like kids in there. It was interesting enjoying the same film with a kid who's
Yeah,
enjoying it as
yeah.
much as you. But you're probably enjoying like the same sort of action bits, but there's jokes that they laugh at that I maybe didn't laugh as much.
Yeah.
Or every time they swear a lot in this film. I didn't realise they say shit loads.
there's a fair
and
bit.
and I knew it because every time they swore, kids laughed. So it was like a little it reinforced there'd been a swear.
There's
Ooh,
like, you can't do nothing
well, that was
about
funny.
it.
So anyone can appreciate any age, but I'm glad I got to enjoy them.
Actually, you saying that as well, and I know it doesn't really particularly count, but I got a haircut on Saturday up just up the road. No,
Where is this going?
It's all right because on the in
Oh, good,
in
it's
the
all right.
hairdressers they had a big screen that just had like a music channel on.
Right.
And the like one of the popular tracks is that fucking the one from Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah,
And
Sunflower.
It's Sunflower with fucking Post Malone and
Malone.
Sway Lee.
Yeah.
And a dad was in there with his kid getting his hair cut. And the kid sort of jumped off, and he was just like his dad was paying, and that song came on. And of course, the video's all footage from the
film,
show.
yeah. It's indeed
And
the Spider-Verse.
and the kid's just looking at it, just like doesn't give a shit about anything else but
Yeah,
this at the moment.
yeah.
And his dad's just like trying to get him to put his jacket on and stuff, and he's just like, "Dad, it's Spider-Man."
Yeah.
And he's seen it.
Mesmerised.
And he's just like, oh yeah, well it's that song from the film, and he's just like, I know it's the song from the film, Dad. I've seen the film. It's amazing. Like, it's like,
And you're like, yeah, little kid, man, it's good, right?
I was just like, and I was getting my haircut, and I was just looking in the mirror, and I was just like, yeah, go on, lad.
You both look at each other and smile.
Yeah,
and
no,
nod.
that was it. It's like that sort of shit's kind of cool, and that's exactly what you're saying. Like when you're in the cinema,
yeah.
like I think that's to
Oh,
see
man.
that still has that effect.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
It's
exactly.
I think it's way more mainstream now than it is when we were fucking 8 years old or whatever.
Like insanely. Like the films are a testament to that. Like it's fucking insane. The comic book industry almost fucking died. Cinema was on its fucking last legs.
Yep.
People weren't going anymore. And then fucking MCU happened. Brought people back into the fucking cinema.
Brought 10
fucking
years
interest back into comics. Fucking all the TV shows they've made off DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
And continue to make. It's insane. It's insane the effect it all had on pop culture.
fucking right, man.
And a lot of the thanks I reckon goes to Blade because that was such a success.
Yeah.
The Marvel, original Marvel film.
Yeah. And I think I don't think anyone really knew what was coming when that first Iron Man film came out.
No.
You know, I mean, obviously there was an Iron Man 2 and there was that, and then as soon as like Captain America came out, and then there was the first Avengers.
Well, we
film.
have them here, man. Because, like, as you say, when Iron Man came out, fucking 2008, that was
Yeah.
big to me, man. That was a cinema. I was very excited.
Yeah.
And just starting there, like when Iron Man came out, I think that's where we should go. So we'll quickly go over the films.
Yeah.
Because you haven't seen them all, so
I've-
we'll
I've-
go along the way and see what you have and
The
haven't
ones
seen.
that sort of like, because there's a bunch on Netflix, and I kind of sort of went through them. But yeah, no, go do the list. Is it in order of the
Yeah.
release?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
got chronological as well. We're going all the release.
Chronological is
So
amazing.
it's a quick little overview of MCU today. What we enjoyed, what we rewatched, what's Joe seen. Fucking hell. So let's fucking have a little look here. Iron Man, obviously, being the first one.
Yep.
Right now, let me get the.
Jon Favreau directed it.
Jon Favreau kickstarted the fucking Marvel fucking universe.
Yeah.
So in Iron Man 2008, and as we just said, we talked about that. I fucking loved it when it came out. I was really
Yeah,
excited.
it was awesome.
At the after credits, when it was fucking Nick Fury came out and was like, "Well, I'll talk to you about the Avengers Initiative." It was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
Avengers are a group of them. That's more than us, Iron Man." Like,
I think as well, like, I mean, before it, but not including, was obviously there'd already been a Hulk film.
yeah, it's true. And the 70s TV series,
Yeah,
slash
of
movies,
course,
that,
yeah.
that was still on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, not airing like new, but it was always being repeated on Channel 4 in the morning or whatever. Like, it was still around, and the original guy that played the Hulk had appeared in the new Hulk films. Actually, while we're doing this is a good crossover. So we've done Iron Man 2008. Incredible Hulk was the next one.
Yeah.
2008 as well, which obviously was with
That's the Ed Norton one,
The
right?
Ed Norton one.
Oh wait, no, was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it's Ed
or
Norton.
the Eric Banner.
No, not that one. That's,
We don't talk about that.
That's the
We don't-
Batman and Robin.
Sacrilegious.
That's the Batman and Robin of the Hulk.
He who can't be named.
Yeah. No, this was the Ed Norton one. So this was like
yeah.
official MCU, but also made with Universal as well. When it opens, it's Marvel and Universal, which you don't see in other Marvel films.
Could you imagine if Ed Norton was still playing Banner.
I mean, he didn't want to do it, and then when they started doing Avengers, he did, I think, want to do it again. But
Funny
but
that-
they were just like, nah, we're gonna get Ruffalo.
I fucking, you know what? I have seen the Incredible Hulk.
I like it.
It's not bad.
It's not great, but I like it.
Tim Roth's really good in it.
Yeah.
Like he's a bit fucking mad.
I like it just for that scene when they use the fucking shockwave for like fucking
yeah.
thing on Hulk, and it's
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
fucking
pushing
cool.
through the sound waves. Oh, that was cool as fuck.
fucking awesome.
That was cool.
And there's the whole bit. Is it? Yeah, no, I think it is the same one where he does the when the helicopter's on fire and he claps. He does
Oh
the massive,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
clap
yeah,
of wind.
yeah. That's cool as
Fuck,
fuck.
and that sort of shit, like, because that sort of shit is in the TV show
yeah,
as well.
yeah, of course, yeah.
He'll like blow a fire out.
Yeah.
But I genuinely prefer fucking Ruffalo.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Ruffalo's
Yeah,
great
yeah,
because
I do.
he's very good at being the sort of comedic side,
And
which
because-
is what I can't see Ed Norton doing.
Yeah, well, they'd already had two failed
That's it.
attempts at Hulk before then, so they had to. And this guy got a bigger run. He didn't. The other two only got like a film each. Playing
Yeah.
The Hulk, whereas this guy had, they had to stick to him for at least 2 or 3 films. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
and he became the Hulk everyone loved,
Mm.
and it stuck. But this Hulk film, the only reason people will probably dismiss it as MCU, but it is because it has fucking General Ross in it, which is not Jeff Bridges, Jeff Daniels, not Jeff. That's a drink.
Jack Daniels.
The guy that
Jeff Daniels is a person.
not from Speed.
Oh shit!
What's his? He plays
I
Commissioner.
fucking watched that recently.
He plays the guy in fucking Civil War, who's like the guy that's trying to get him to sign the Accords. Fucking General Ross, the old dude with the white moustache.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
He's in the Incredible Hulk film. He
Yeah.
plays General Ross, and then fucking Liv Tyler's there, and then at the end there's fucking Iron Man shows up.
Yeah, that's right.
So at the end, Robbie Downey Jr. is in the scene, and he's like, "Oh, we're putting a team together."
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, "Ooh, they're
And thus,
linking the films."
thus begins.
Then we get Iron Man 2,
Didn't see it.
2010. I'm not a big fan of the Iron Man stuff. They're not bad. They're good,
Yeah.
but I just haven't. I wouldn't rewatch them really.
Yeah, yeah.
I recently.
I think the thing about them is, the ones that I have watched is because there has been ways that they're sort of connected, and I'm sure 2 and 3 are connected in some way to the whole kind of sort of storyline.
Yeah.
But not as much as say like Thor, the Thor ones were.
Yeah,
which is why I
kinda get
maybe
what you
like
mean.
I gave like I just like. I kind of dismissed them because again, like, just there doesn't seem anything incredibly relevant
Yeah.
to it, which is why I just didn't even go back and bother. They're on Netflix right now, and I could just be like, "Yeah, go on then."
Yeah,
and be like,
so
nah, no
that's
interest.
it. Yeah. So Iron Man 2 was all right. I liked it in the cinema. I rewatched it after cinema. I didn't really like it. I've not rewatched it. I've seen bits. It's always on TVs. I've seen bits of it.
Yeah, I think the only things I have seen was like from a YouTube clip where it was like from Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, where it was just the suit morphs, like
Right,
the
yeah, I've seen that
suit
floating
coming
around.
together, which is great because
Yeah,
you watch
yeah.
like the evolution of it, like.
Evolution.
So I thought that was really cool, but yeah, that's I think the only like plot lines. I know fucking Guy Pearce is in it,
He's in the third one.
yeah, and it's just like,
Then we got 4.
yeah,
And this is where they start.
seen it.
This is where they start to like introduce the magical elements and
Yeah.
stuff, and they really break. It's like expanding the universe beyond Earth.
yeah,
Like now they've taken us completely off fucking it. There's none of this movie.
an entirely different realm.
Like completely different characters, and that's when because I remember explaining to Lizzie what 4 was. Like, oh, he's fucking Asgardian, he's this, he's got a thunder, and she was like, oh, that's got a thunder. She's like, how's that going to work in Iron Man? It's
A god.
But she was like, how's that going to work in Iron Man? And I was like, fuck. People don't. If you don't
Just
know,
look
if you don't
at
know
him,
the comics,
Lizzie.
you would find it weird. Oh, why's this fucking?
Yeah, no, you would, I guess, because it
But-
is like all the others. It's not the same kind of origin, is it? As
No.
say like Iron Man
But
or the
they're
Hulk.
very clever
like-
at introducing us to bits like this, then taking big jumps.
Yeah.
And by the time we get to fucking Endgame, and there's we don't question a talking raccoon. we don't question this woman flying around, fucking just flying through space and
Yeah.
being fine. We don't question any of these things because we know we're in for. We're there for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But-
I mean, the clue
But
is in
10,
Marvel
11 years
Universe.
ago, 10 years, if you just saw the first Iron Man film, fucking when it came out 11 years ago, and
Yeah.
then instantly saw Infinity War afterwards or Endgame, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, for real.
Fuck is this? Why is this fucking alien dude here? What's this big man? Oh, this sort of shit. What the fuck happened? I thought it was
Yeah.
just Iron Man.
It's fucking yeah.
Big fucking gradual fucking changes.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America, First Avenger followed.
Yep, didn't see
Not
it.
a massive fan of that one either. I
Didn't see
again
it.
saw it in the cinema, watched it again a couple of times, but it's not my
could do this
favourite,
all
man.
day.
It's not my favourite. But then,
I mean, again, it's kind of just like the first Lord of the Rings film,
Yeah.
isn't it? You're just like, yeah, this just explains who everyone is, and someone's
well,
already
not really
died.
the First Avenger, 'cause it's kind of like in World War, isn't it? So
Yeah,
it's like,
no, I know.
Although it was a bit, I don't know. But then, of course, Avengers.
I did again. I went just on a fucking rabbit hole of just of clips from like the Marvel universe, and I think one of them was him like jumping out the fucking when he finds out he's not in like fucking 19.
Oh right,
Whatever.
he run. Yeah, he's in that room and he
And
runs
he's been
out.
asleep for 70 years,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
runs out, and he's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah. Fuck, what's happening? I'm in New York. Yeah. So that they use that as the after credit scene of Captain America, I think.
What?
That scene they use it as the after credit in the first Avenger, but then it's also a scene in.
Oh, okay.
But it's also a scene in. That's how the Avengers film starts, I think, along those lines. That's also in there as well. But then it's Avengers straight after Captain America because I guess that he needs to be explained. You can't just fucking just show up. It was a good order. I think there was a good order building up to Avengers. And I fucking rewatched Avengers recently, and it's so weird. It seems such a small scale, even though it's not. It's all of New York City being blown up.
Yeah.
But watching that, it just felt so small scale.
I know.
Like, it felt like very different. Like
I think because obviously, like, sort of Infinity Wars is kind of sort of spread out across fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, you go to like fucking Wakanda and you go into the fucking space and everything. Like, it's so much is going on in so many different places.
Yeah.
Like a fucking city is nothing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of and it's very different tone as well. Like obviously, it was Joss Whedon did that one, and since then the writers who've worked with the Russo brothers, he took over since. Well, they did. They took over the Avenger films.
Yeah.
But they did like the Captain Americas. Like you just feel the tone shift instantly with the after. But then again, Age of Ultron's fucking a bit darker as well.
I really liked Age of Ultron.
Well, actually, we'll get to Age of Ultron.
Oh, sorry,
But
yeah.
I rewatched Avengers, and it was different to what I remembered, but I still really enjoyed it.
Sure. It's the whole kind of sort of everyone. Even
Have you seen Avengers, the first one?
No, not the first one.
Right, okay.
I remember when it sort of was coming out because even I've known you long enough for this shit to be fucking going on.
Oh yes.
And I just remember you sort of being like, just like fucking, this is the Avengers, mate. This is it. This is everything's coming now. This is all coming into place. Like you don't know. You like the next few
Nothing.
years are gonna fucking blow your mind. And I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fuck
mate.
you on about, mate?
What are you talking about?
But there was, I do sort of get it, you know. It was, I mean, everyone's sort of seen the clips of like the fucking rotating bit where they're all together, like
Yeah.
in a circle, and it's just like that shit's cool, man. I understand why that's fucking fun to look at.
Oh man, it's insane to look at, man. It was such a moment, man. I remember being so excited going
You
to
must
watch
have
it
been
at the cinema.
pissing your fucking
Mate,
pants.
I was fucking like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
It's so fucking ridiculous, man.
And you got to like watch it. It's all built up to this moment.
Yeah,
That's
mate,
like the end of Act 1.
It was, yeah, it really was.
End of
Fucking
Act 1.
Amazing, man. It was such a huge.
That's a
fucking
good.
thing.
That's a good culmination as well. You
Yeah.
think about all the fucking like paths that have like they've all explained these people and who they are so fucking well, and it's all come to this. Like, and it's just like this is just the first act, man. There's
Yeah.
so much more fucking
You wait.
coming.
You just met Thanos in the end credits.
Yeah, that's it. Like that must have blown you. What did you fucking think when you saw that?
I knew it was probably coming, but then when I saw Thanos, I
Is
was
that
just
kind
like,
of-
fuck? I mean, he looks he looks visually like he does in
Yeah.
the comics. There,
Is the whole kind of sort of Avengers thing? Is it all? It's all because of that Infinity Wars kind of storyline. Is that the whole sort of point of it?
no. Oh, what in the comics?
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's not like the only ever adventure.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's
No,
others
no,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. No, that's not why. Like,
I always remember this. As I said, mentioned it before. Then they did the special edition.
I mean, it was a big story in the
yeah,
comics.
yeah. But I always remember when they did the special edition 9/11 comic.
Yeah, the Spider-Man one was amazing.
I remember reading that shit, and that was probably the first time that everyone was just like, who are these people? I mean,
Yeah.
Captain America, obviously.
Yeah.
I fucking remember I got a Captain America T-shirt just because I thought it looked cool. I was just like, what is this?
What Big Bang Sheldon?
Yeah, it really was. It was the exact same one, just massive shield on the fucking front, dark blue, bullshit.
Dark blue bullshit.
But yeah, that's like I know obviously there's different ones, but it feels like this was kind of the main big
Yeah.
sort of culminating story sort of thing for it.
Where'd you go from the Avengers though?
Oh, well, very good question. I mean, so much happens in that.
You go to Iron Man 3.
Yep. Terrible idea.
Yeah, which to be fair, Iron Man 3. I rewatched it recently.
But this is where you start getting more hints of Thanos, though, don't you? This is
not
supposedly
too much. Not
his
in
dreams
yeah,
that
yeah,
he's
not-
having.
Yeah, no, this one he's more like you get that more in Avengers.
Is Ben Kingsley in it?
No, he is. Yeah. So this one's he's more like fucked up from the events of Avengers.
Yeah.
Obviously, he flew the nuke through a porthole to fire the nuke at like Thanos' ship, but he didn't really see Thanos there, and then he like fell back and almost died. Like, and he's kind of got PTSD from that, and he's a bit anxious and a bit like, ooh, like
Scared.
yeah, he's a bit like, oh fuck, what happened to me? So it's kind of him getting over that.
He's a bit Banner in Infinity Wars.
Yeah, I think Banner's the fucking stinger at the end.
me, man.
I think that's how literally the stinger after the credits is him talking to Banner. It's like Banner's like, I'm not a psychiatrist.
Oh, mate, yeah.
I think that's the stinger of Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 does when you first see Pepper Potts. Such a ridiculous name. When you first see Pepper Potts put on an Iron Man suit.
Oh, yeah.
Because he like puts it on her to protect her and stuff.
Yeah.
But then at the end of it, she has the powers and shit. Spoilers, everyone. I guess these ones are old. Get with it. Then we get For the Dark World. So it's quite a rough couple of films after this, man. I'm not a big fan of either of these ones. For the Dark World seems to be generally not as liked as the others, but not really hated.
Do you think it was just a gap filler?
No, it kind of told a story.
It made sense for them.
And it introduced the ether. It introduced one of the other Infinity Stones.
True.
Like, so it was quite important, and it ties in massively with Endgame.
Yeah, I think like it makes sense for them to do Ragnarok as the third one, as it kind of sort of tied up that, but then also went directly into Infinity War in general what happens.
Problem with 4, it's kind of like he almost had that Superman sort of thing to him, where it's really hard to get him to do loads in a film. So
Yeah.
like in the first one, he's like fish out of water. Dark World, they're like, he can kind of do this stuff, but he's also, here he is on the train because he gets he gets the tube across London. Like, they always try and it's hard to find like just constant people for him to fight. He kind of has like a Superman thing to him.
It's kind of they're trying to sort of almost take away that sort of god element
by keeping him.
They
serious.
can't just have him walk around London in a fucking cape.
But that's why it's not
they?
to Ragnarok where they kind of switched up and give him a lot more humour. And then he's kind of very much still the same sort of character. He's got still fucking like Thor. He still has his kick-ass scenes, but he's a lot more sillier.
Yeah,
there's a big change between him, the first film, and him and Ragnarok and onwards. Pardon me. When I thought Dark World, and now we're hitting fucking the bigger ones. Fucking Captain America, Winter Soldier, my favourite one.
Of all the films?
I mean, I don't think as standalone films.
Right.
Infinity War and Endgame fucking are amazing. So I'm not saying it's better than those films, but standalone films out of all of them, Captain America, Winter Soldier is my favourite, man.
So cancelling out the 4 Avengers films, that's your favourite standalone?
I don't even think cancelling it, man. I think only taking away Infinity War and Endgame. Like, I don't know, like the Caps.
Really?
It's tough. Let's stick with standalone. I have it in high regard.
Right.
But yeah, I really, really like Winter Soldier. I remember seeing that in cinema, my fucking mind blown. Just like the fucking story was awesome. It was all, they say it's a political thriller. It's not really. It has political elements.
Who says that?
But it's like an espionage movie. It's fucking great, man. The action's awesome. Him and fucking Winter Soldier are great together. The fucking action scenes in it's fucking great. It's like a Bourne film.
Yeah.
The action's like a fucking Bourne film. Like the fighting. So I really enjoyed that. And they followed that up with a fucking blind. It was fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, which no one fucking saw coming or expected. When they announced they were making Guardians of the Galaxy, everyone was like, "What the fuck are they making that?" All the fucking geeks online were like, "What the people that knew what they were talking about?" Like,
It's
what?
like, why?
This film? This fucking comic?
Look how that fucking worked
I remember
out.
Jason showed me a picture of them because I hadn't really heard of them myself.
Yeah.
I heard of them. I don't really know much about them. And Jason's like, "Oh, it's a talking raccoon in a fucking tree. It only says I am Groot." And Vin Diesel's playing him. I'm like, what? What the fuck is happening?
Everyone forgets. Sorry.
Diesel's playing. You know,
Everyone forgets that Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel were in that fucking fight.
Yeah.
And there's a third one coming.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Fucking Vin Diesel is I am Groot, so he makes it a big point. He's, I did it for all the countries as well. I did all the other languages, and everyone's like, yes, he wouldn't let anyone else play Groot. He was really dedicated to the role. And it's like, man, and it cuts to him being like, "I Shnwai Groot." Like, I'm just making that up, and But yeah, I was like, he only had 3 fucking things to say. Go for it, man. Why not? You get paid more.
You could smash out 250 languages in a day.
Man, even if you have to do that many, you probably only do like 6. Everyone else would just fucking do it themselves. So yeah, Guardians, man. You haven't seen the first Guardians, have you?
Nah, I didn't bother with it.
It's good. I like the first Guardians. I prefer it to the second one.
Yeah?
Yeah, much better than the second. Second one's good, but the first one's so much better, man. It's so
the
fucking
second
cool.
one's kind of weird, isn't it?
It is. The first one's weird, and it still has Rocket Raccoon in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Then we hit Age of Ultron, Avengers 2, which got quite a lot of shit. It's quite a controversial entry into the MCU. Because fucking Josh Whedon got like fucking yelled off Twitter, didn't he, by all the fans fucking hating it. And he upset because he said about Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow has the whole month flashback.
Oh yeah,
when
yeah.
she's like being made so she can't have kids anymore.
Yeah,
They're, like, doing
yeah.
all the wombs, aren't they? All the girls who are going to be assassins. And she's like, you're not the only monster, Bruce. And that upset a lot of people. Like,
That's
so,
quite. I think that's quite a shame. I
Yeah.
think there's, this is why is it so bad to show something like that?
it was more.
Did it make it too real
It was
for them?
it was more the implement that she was kind of just like, I'm a monster too. Like it sounded like.
Oh, I see
Oh,
what
so
they're
she can't
playing.
have kids, so she's a monster. Is she like that upset? I mean, I said he maybe. The thing
But
is, Joss
that's-
Whedon always writes female leads for his stuff. Like he's
Yeah.
always big on the female lead in stories.
Buffy. I mean, like,
Buffy, Dollhouse.
Yeah.
He's got a new show coming out about a woman in the Victorian era. Like most of his material is even in I say fire arts.
Fucking Cabin in the Woods, mate.
Firefly. Fucking. It's the right hand's a fucking woman
he
with a
did
shotgun.
Cabin in the Woods, didn't he?
He didn't direct it, but he wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Goddard directed it, I think. But fucking, yeah, he got a lot of shit for that. Not even just that, just people got upset with the script in general. And
That's-
a lot of
you know what that
people
is, though,
don't- I mean, like Gaz and Sam don't like it from Open Powers. I don't
Yeah.
know if my brother liked it that much. Like a lot of people had issues with it. I liked it.
As an outsider,
I've
as an
watched-
outsider, I can honestly say I enjoyed it.
yeah,
I think
I've watched
I
that
think
more
it's
than
great.
the first Avengers. I think.
I like, it's got plenty of, it's got everyone in it. Like, it's
I like
it's
Ultron.
amusing.
I think Ultron's
Yeah.
fucking cool in it. Like, I think he looks
I think it's
awesome.
amusing.
Oh, very amusing.
I
They bring in Vision. You're like, oh, the fuck is this guy?
yeah. I like the whole fucking scene with the hammer, like where they're all trying to pick it up.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's good.
Fucking awesome.
Oh, that intro's fucking cool. Yeah, I liked fucking it. I thought the fight at the end's fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah.
That big fucking rotating scene of them with the Captain
man,
America's,
the
like,
whole
spinning in
fucking-
the air and shit.
Yeah, it turns an entire fucking city into a bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, for fuck's sake, like that's
Yeah.
that's gnarly shit.
yeah, that's fucked up.
That's fucking wild, mate.
Yeah,
I think it's I definitely enjoyed it. I think it's it introduces some very sort of important characters going
Yeah.
forward into then another film.
Yeah. But then
it's-
that kind of ends that phase, and then Ant-Man kicks off the next phase.
was it out that early?
Ant-Man was 2015,
Huh.
so 4 years ago.
I think this was when I started asking questions.
Now this, I
Because I heard Ant-Man, I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
So Ant-Man came out, and then the next one after that was Civil War, which of course he was in.
Yeah.
And Civil War was obviously, I remember that being, the thing is, it's such a big comics arc, fucking the Civil War storyline. It's fucking massive.
Yeah.
So much fucking happens.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I
It's-
can see why some people are like,
It's
yeah,
funny
they
enough-
kind of did Civil War, but it's not really like Civil War in the comics.
Well, they couldn't actually fucking kill him.
I mean, it
could
would have
they?
been
Like,
long. It would have been a long. It would need its own saga. That story.
Yeah.
But I still really enjoyed Civil War. I fucking love this film, man. It's
No,
literally Avengers, like fucking 2.5.
I did enjoy it as well. I thought it was really well done. It was kind of interesting to see that kind of sort of that
View of it.
divide between them
Yeah.
and shit like that, and who took whose side. And I mean, it introduces Peter Parker, and it's like the
Holland
brand new,
Spider-Man.
like,
It's the MCU Spider-Man.
That's it,
which is
yeah.
a big fucking deal, man.
He
I'm
looks-
so excited.
you know what? It was. I remember you showing me the trailer, and I did think like the Spider-Man looks so good.
Yeah.
He looked really good. He looked like He looked a little bit like the 1950s like comic style.
Right, yeah.
But just sort of like it moved all. Oh, it just looked really, really cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it wasn't like overdone because he does look in all honesty like in Infinity War. But I mean, obviously it's explained. But
Yeah.
it is overdone. It's all fucking chrome.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like it's just like, oh man.
No, yeah. But he has a few suits, I think, in the next Spider-Man film.
Yeah, yeah.
But he has got his suit. But yeah, Civil War, obviously you introduced Spider-Man. It was fucking awesome. Epic, big fight, big fallout. I really enjoyed fucking Civil War, which is pretty much like an Avengers film.
Yeah.
And then Doctor Strange, where they got very magical with it.
Fucking loved it.
Yeah, I remember you were like, I don't want to fucking see that film.
I
Like,
didn't. Again, like I remember you showing me like the front cover of like Empire magazine. And he was on it, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "What?
Yeah.
Why? What
So
is this?
interesting
What is
for
this?
you, 'cause
What's the importance?"
When this film came out, you kind of started, because you didn't like watch them when they came out. You started watching bits of them later on, because I kept banging on about them all the time.
It
I
wasn't.
kept chipping away at him over
in
years.
in genuine, like in all honesty, I didn't really until Infinity War came out. Is genuinely when I started paying attention.
Right, okay.
So I've done from there is where I've kind of sort of gone backwards because
Yeah.
and it's mainly from fucking everyone talking about it.
Yeah,
and
it was
fucking,
huge.
and about what's to come. And it was just like, okay, this is gonna obviously be a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Ended up watching Endgame or on YouTube.
You watched Endgame?
Not Endgame, Infinity War.
Right.
On bits on YouTube, and just started watching people talk about it and all
Yeah,
this
yeah.
kind of learning a bit more about it. YouTube's a fantastic fucking product.
Yes.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. It's brilliant for doing research.
Research. Opening big
Which is when,
leather-bound
like,
books
so I
and blowing the
started-
dust away.
Yeah.
Captain America is American. I knew it.
Captain?
The red string. What's he a captain of?
The
red
red-
string
the
on the
red
walls.
string.
Like comic book characters pointing at the actors that play them in the film with the original old
wiping
cast
off
behind.
my Pepe Sylvia fucking investigation and breaking out the new one. But it's so yeah, when I actually watched Endgame,
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
But like obviously before
Infinity
that,
War.
Yeah, it genuinely
You
was.
mean Infinity War?
Yes, fine, whatever. They're both the same thing. It's just one film.
Well, I do remember when you were like, "Oh, I watched Doctor Strange the other night. It was awesome." I was like, "What the
it was
fuck, really?"
Fucking yeah, it's really good. I mean, I'm not 100% convinced by Benedict Cumberbatch in anything.
Cumberbatch. Yeah, yeah.
In anything apart from like, I mean, he's good in Sherlock.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look ridiculous.
Yeah. He does have to do a lot of work to carry off the outfit, doesn't he?
Fucking God, does he? Yeah.
He's got to
But
give. He's got to take the role seriously to pull it off.
I like the trippiness of it though.
Yeah,
That's what I
it's
really
cool.
like.
Really cool.
And that's, I mean, obviously it's interdimensional magic shit.
Yeah.
So of course you got to be a bit trippy with it.
Then we're Guardians Volume 2. And this is one of the ones you properly watched for the first time.
I was with you and Ed
Yeah.
and Sarah.
I fell asleep and you hated it.
Oh God, the infamous fucking review of from Ed. That was shit. And I mean
and
that.
I mean that. And
He was so angry.
He
that
was
had to-
angry.
just like, I'm not joking. That is my genuine review of this film.
yeah, he was looking at me
It
like
was
as if I...
shit.
He was annoyed though. Cause
Like, you made it.
He was annoyed though because he went to watch Game of Thrones and it wasn't on or it wasn't working or something, was it? Something he went to watch wasn't working.
Yeah.
And I was like, should we watch... And Sarah's like, Guardians 2. And I was like, oh, we'll watch it on Plex. He's like, all excited. I was like, oh, cool, he's excited for it. Getting Plex, but on Guardians. He's like, I thought you put Game of Thrones on. I was like, no, Guardians. And he was like, what? Oh, and then he wasn't happy from the beginning.
You lost him.
But yeah, Guardians is good fun, but the first one's still better.
Have you heard his review of like I went over to his the other night
Ed should do reviews on YouTube.
and he should do. It was we watched the fight of Game of Thrones, the episode of the
Oh right, yeah.
I
He
hadn't seen
messaged
it.
me the next day, man. He was
and his definition of Game of Thrones now is the first season of Game of Thrones is the entire 8 seasons. The second season is going to be the last 4 episodes. And he's fucking not wrong.
Right.
Like everything's just been building up to
Yeah,
this one
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
They've chosen
choosing.
they
They put choosing Medusans.
have literally done each season like it's one episode. It's fucking and it's gone on.
No.
Apart from fucking squinting the entire time.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
It was alright.
That's been some of the feedback. Yeah, I watched it. Lizzie was with me. And she doesn't really watch it, but she watched a lot of the episode because you can't help but when it's on.
Yeah, I mean even I was intrigued.
Yeah, but I get what he means because I watched it and I was like, wow. When it kind of ended, I was kind of like, spoilers, everyone. I was like, I mean, it's been a fucking ages now. I was like, oh, the Night King's dead. Cool,
Yeah.
that was really cool. She killed him really coolly. Oh, wait a minute. Is that what?
Now what?
What was his point though?
Yeah, he literally did.
Was that it? Was that what he was doing?
That was all it was. But you
Right.
never know.
And then I had,
Fucking
then
stranger
looking
things
back,
have
I had a
occurred.
few. I watched it, and was like, that was cool. Then I thought about it and looked back a bit more. Then I was a bit like, actually, no one really died. Not that I wanted everyone to die, but I was like,
Oh.
people were in places that would have killed them. I swear,
There was a couple
I
of
swear, I
deaths, but
saw
like-
Sam die like 5 times, and then he'd be fine again.
Yeah.
Like, and Jamie Lannister, how the fuck did he get out of that? Like, all these questions, all these ridiculous things. And people
Even,
people being on the front line, then not on the front line, and they
Even
just
the
fucking-
lanky lass was alright.
and they just fucking ran off at the beginning. That's not how you
The red,
fight. I
like
don't-
the fucking the witch woman, she just sort of walked off.
Yeah, I got that.
Like, I'm
bit,
going now, bye.
Maybe some time. Like there were a few issues I had with it, but anyway, fucking that's Game
Plenty,
of Thrones.
mate, plenty more to happen. Yeah,
That's
we
Game
don't
of
give a
Thrones.
fuck about that anymore. This is
I'm
talking about
interested to
Marvel.
see where it goes. I reckon it's going to be an episode that's going to be quite talky. Getting over what just happened with the battle.
Yeah.
Then there'll be another battle.
There'll be some wounded,
and then it'll be the end.
There'll be some wounded people that
Yeah.
will die.
Then there'll be the big battle will be episode 5, and then it'll be the tying up loose ends episode 6. Maybe a flash forward in time. They've
Orgy.
They kind of do strike me the way they're writing it now to be the kind of bastards to do that.
Yeah.
Like they'll make the last episode a jump forward.
Could be.
Everyone's different and older, and things have changed.
Look at this. Oh, there'll just be one giant like fucking montage at the end of what everyone's up to.
It's like modern.
It'll be the end of like Street Fighter.
They flash forward, and the whole thing's just been like a game. And
I did say that
cuts to them now,
whilst
like,
we were watching. I was just
like that
like,
Red
you know
Dwarf
what
episode.
this is? This is.
VR.
You know what? Do you know what Game of Thrones is? It is someone doing cosplay on acid. That's what it is.
They snap out of it and they're lying in Starbucks, fucking drinking a coffee on the floor. Oh god, I can't believe what happened.
This coffee's amazing.
This is incredible. Oh my days. Fucking
was-
got massively sidetracked there. Guardians of
Sorry,
the
yeah.
Galaxy Volume 2. And then, fucking just before we get into Infinity War territory, we get Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, this was a very anticipated film because it was a rebirth of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Everyone's, as we discussed, many's beloved original favourite comic book Marvel hero.
It had reboots previously. Well, I mean, obviously the original and then the reboot with Andrew
We'd had all
Garfield.
the original ones you knew growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we had Tobey Maguire's trilogy.
Yep.
And then we had the Andrew Garfield 2 films.
Yep.
And when you were expecting the third Andrew Garfield one, well, because the second one did so shit, they joined the rights, we got a reboot instead of a third part. Which was like, everyone rejoiced. A lot of other people were like, Spider-Man again.
Yeah. It was
Here
concerning.
we go. Like, the same story again, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't do it. Homecoming didn't give us the first Spider-Man film we would expect. Because we'd already met him in fucking Civil War. We've already met him.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You got a glimpse of him.
yeah, so we know he's already there. We don't need to go back. It doesn't even mention Uncle Ben. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, it doesn't even really talk about him. He tells a story about getting bitten, so you hear him telling the end of the story to his mate.
You've pretty much,
And that's it.
The film, I mean, again, I haven't seen it.
You don't
but,
know
like,
how he got bitten.
No,
You don't
there's
know-
no. I mean,
you
but
know the story, but you
that's
don't know
it.
his version of it.
I think that's kind of the great thing about it was they didn't need to do that same
No, I agree.
story again.
I agree.
Like that shit's known, and now he's like sort of however many fucking months into having
Yeah.
this fucking ability, and it's just sort of him getting to fucking
Yeah.
grips with it.
Yeah, man, it was a surprisingly
That's the
different
fun
film.
part.
And it was a
Like-
film that thought a lot about it. So, like, rather than, every film, you can guarantee you're going to see him swinging through Manhattan. You're going to see him swinging through
fucking
skyscrapers. You don't in this film. Like, it's not set in, like, skyscrapers.
Nah.
In fact, at points he runs and webs, and there's nothing to web, and he's like, and has to run.
Yeah.
Because he's, like, round here. Like, there's nothing to swing on. Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just like, fuck.
Fucking
like,
lamp, like street lights.
Yeah, just like, I have to run. Like, fuck it, it's good, man. They fall about it in that way. So you saw something you hadn't really seen with Spider-Man before.
Yeah.
I still would have been quite happy to have seen him swing through skyscrapers, so I did kind of miss it. I'm sure time will come.
I mean, there's some quite intense
I think it
moments.
looks like I'm going to see it in fucking Far From Home, but in
Yeah, yeah,
various
yeah.
countries.
I don't know. It seems. I mean, I'm sure it's all fucking explained and everything, but why is the Prince of Persia in it?
Well, he's not really the Prince of Persia.
I know, but it is because it's
He's
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, but he was the Prince of Persia.
Yeah, well, I never
And he
saw
looks
that.
like the Prince of fucking Persia.
He has got a Roman look to his hair, hasn't he?
Is he? But is it? Because I saw like in that, and obviously from seeing Doctor Strange, is he kind of like in that realm of sort? Because he's got the same kind of magic hand sort of symbol-y stuff, but in green.
Well, we don't
In the
really know-
trailer.
Yeah, so Mysterio
I don't understand
in the
that
comics
guy.
is more like illusions. He does like illusions, like,
Right, okay.
like a movie effects guy. Like he does like illusions. And that's how he kind of.
Sure.
This they've made him look like potentially he could be a sorcerer.
Yeah.
But it could also be. This could all be. There's a theory. Spoilers, only a theory. But he does do this in the comics, which means they probably won't do it in the film. But there is a story similar to that where he makes his big action fight scenes, but he's really manipulating it all. He's putting it on the show so it looks like he's fighting these
Right,
big demons.
okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
Interesting.
But I don't know that would be the case in this film. But anyway, we're jumping way ahead. We haven't seen this film yet. It's not even come out.
It's not even coming out.
But
it's not even
Homecoming,
important right now.
Homecoming landed. Like they had mixed reviews, but overall people loved it. Fucking what's his name? Fucking Batman. Fucking Michael Keaton.
Oh,
was
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
great
yeah.
in it, man. He was really good in it.
I mean,
There's a really
he
cool
was
moment
was
with
coming
him
off the
later on.
back of the that Oscar
Birdman
nomination as
movie.
well, wasn't he?
Birdman movie.
Yeah. And I mean, him and the other guys, man, he's so good
Yeah.
in the other guys.
Yeah, no, he was good in this, man. He was really good, man. He had a really good fucking scene where his reveal comes out with Peter in the car, and it was really fucking cool.
Yeah,
and everyone in the cinema was like, like at that moment, it was cool. And then after Spider-Man: Homecoming, we had Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, we
They
did.
followed up fucking Spider-Man: Homecoming with Thor Ragnarok, where they gave an injection of life, and much needed injection of life into Thor, just before we got to seeing him again in Infinity War.
Oh god, that fucking haircut.
Yeah, he
Oh
looks good.
god, that haircut.
So this also kind of doubled up as a Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Because everyone been wanting a Planet Hulk movie.
I've tried to get that haircut without going in and saying, "Please give me the haircut that Thor has in Ragnarok."
I'm sure they've been asked.
I don't want to be that cunt. I don't want to be that guy. I want to go in there and give a detailed description in haircut fucking language.
I suppose if you had to push me, I would say similar.
it's kind of like that. I mean,
What's that film called? What's that film called? I don't
talking-
watch him. You see, I don't know who the actor is.
I'm
I don't know who he
talking
is.
that, like grade 3 back and side and then comb forward. I guess if I had to describe it, it would be like, Thor and
No, but yeah,
Ragnarok.
but don't pretend you don't know. Like, I don't know. I've only watched it once. My mate put it on. I don't really watch the films. I don't really know.
What's his
I
name?
don't know who the
Throb?
actor is. I think he's Australian. Maybe he might be Australian. Might have a brother. Oh, you mean Thor?
It's
Oh,
Thor.
really? Is that who it is? Is
Thor.
that, could do that one?
Yeah,
Maybe.
in that film, like Rigid Cock or something.
I don't know who he is. And they're like, oh yes, Mr. Jackson. We give you what we call.
Why would they know my surname?
We have. It's on the board. Look, the Ragnarok
the Ragnarok.
in brackets. Chris Hemsworth's haircut.
Yeah.
From Ragnarok.
Oh, Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, yes, it's extra £3, but yes, we can do it. Ragnarok came and
When I do the artwork, can you Photoshop that haircut onto my head, please?
and then it obviously doubled up as a Hulk film as well.
Yeah.
'Cause we kind of got a loosely based iteration of fucking Planet Hulk,
Yeah.
kind of, not really, but he is Hulk and he is on a planet.
Yeah.
And he is fighting.
He is indeed.
He's like a gladiator. And that
He's
fucking scene's
fantastic.
amazing.
Brilliant. It's so fucking
And this
fun.
is where we see Hulk talk more as well.
Yes!
Yeah, we see him like, 'cause he's been Hulk for like 2 years, so it's just
It was the
interesting
first, apart from like Age of Ultron, where there's sort of like bits and stuff. It was the first time where he has like proper dialogue, but as Hulk, and it's pretty cool because he's still that sort of
when Hulk-
Neanderthalish, like
Yeah, Hulk becomes more than just the angry man. He becomes a character with value. Yes, Ragnarok was fucking and hilarious as well.
It was.
And it really let Chris Hemsworth go with it with the laughs. And he delivers them, man.
and Tom Hiddleston as well.
Yeah, they all got to have a bit
They
of
all
a bash at being funny.
definitely way more fun.
What's his name? Taiki Wakido, what's his name?
Yeah,
Fucking white-
he's
fucking-
great. And I'm fucking Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum's
Goldblum's
hilarious. in it.
so good.
He had a lot of fun in that.
Yeah.
He was like, they're letting me just do what I want.
It was like a super like retro-y looking but just really like.
I saw an interview with him.
I
He's
think-
like, I didn't really know much about it. He's like, I wanted to work with the director, and I said yes because it was him doing it. And I read it, and I was like, I didn't really get it, but they were kind of like, just do what you want, just go. Jeff, he's like, oh, you want Jeff Goldblum? Okay. You
Yeah,
want
yeah.
Jeff, oh, you want Jeff? Cool. And
Jeff.
like the whole clicking bit when they push him forward, he just did that.
I like. There's a whole deleted scene of him doing that bit where he's talking about like. When I do motions, when he's doing the motions,
Yeah.
he's just like, what did you think this means? And he just like does a thing, and she just doesn't get it, and it's just like, I run for cover. No, I'm just like, and it turns
He
out
is
someone
funny.
just like asking for the check in a restaurant.
Oh yeah, that whole
Yes!
bit. Yeah, it's good. No man, he delivers it well, man. He is a great fucking
Yeah.
addition to that film, and it really fucking changed the whole film. Impacted
I-
how we see, and it made it more spacey as well.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
He's still on another
adds
planet, but
that
this time we
element.
saw him like crossing galaxies.
Yeah, definitely.
and dealing with like a space fucking backdrop as well.
And it's the whole fucking. I mean, as well in it, like
In it.
as fun as the film is, like right at the fucking beginning, like his dad dies,
Yeah.
and that like opens up a whole fucking
Yeah,
realm of
yeah.
shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah, there's a big villain we've got to fucking mention as
yeah,
well.
exactly.
Fucking-
It's not just fun and games in space.
No, it's not. No, a lot going on.
I do like slap bang at the end of the film though as well. Like Jeff Goldblum comes like crashing
yeah.
out of his ship, and he's just like,
We
"Okay,
did it!"
guys, fantastic rebellion." I think it's a draw.
Yeah. Well, yay us.
He is fantastic.
Then we get Black Panther.
Yes,
Now I believe
which did way better than people were really expecting.
Black Panther. I think it did as well as everyone expected.
I don't know
massively.
though. I
Yeah.
don't think I know. I mean,
It was a
it
big
was
build-up.
obvious how fucking popular it was.
This was the first one I didn't see in the cinema,
Okay,
just because I couldn't get away.
I still haven't seen it.
Like I couldn't get away to see it. Like I'd never had the opportunity to go see it.
No. I think the big deal as well was the fucking soundtrack because
that was
it was
huge.
all done by the label that is Kendrick Lamar is Top Dog.
Yeah.
They did the whole album.
Yeah.
And they're mate, I'm still listening. I'm still hearing those songs on the radio
Yeah,
now.
man. Yeah,
they're
huge.
fucking great. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that.
Oh
was
man, they ticked all the boxes.
that was a huge part of it.
Yeah. So I watched it at home ages later.
Yeah.
I think I still at Liz's parents. I think I watched it like in the room there.
I think like Vince Staples has got a fucking song on there or something.
Yeah. That was like in the trailer and stuff. And yeah, it was good. It wasn't my favorite.
No.
But it was good. Like
I mean, the only glimpse I'd have had previously of that was Civil War.
Yeah.
And it explains who Black Panther
He's
is
awesome
in
in
that.
that.
He's fucking great.
Yeah.
The whole fucking running scene.
Yeah, it's so good.
God, it's good.
Yeah, it's so good. No, he's great in great in this. Like, it is a good film, and it's great to look at. Like, I mean, there's some questionable fucking effects near the end. I'm like, oh, why does this look so shit? Like, and also, like, quite a few Marvel films, you're kind of like, well, the bad guy's kind of right. Like,
Yeah.
like, but let's beat him up anyway. Like,
Point.
I mean, he's killed someone now, so you have to. Like a lot of the villains.
Well, now he's bad.
So a lot of the villains are kind of like, I kind of get why they're doing it. Oh, but they've killed someone now. They've killed someone we like. Oh, we want them dead now. Kill them. Fuck what they want. Kill them.
Oh, they killed my favourite person.
It definitely felt like that, the villain wise.
Yeah.
But again, it fucking hit massive.
Yeah.
It fucking was a huge phenomenon.
I think that as well, like, I mean, I think everyone really started clocking in on what fucking Infinity Wars was from that point as well. I think that they got such a, and I don't want to make it like a race thing, but like it was
Yeah,
massive.
of course. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was massive, like African Americans.
Yeah.
I feel so stupid saying that.
Do you know Kevin Smith, Fat Man and Batman with Mark Bernard in his podcast? So Mark Bernard was saying, he was talking about how it just kind of changed. He's like, we had the black man nod. You know about the black man nod? Kevin Smith's like, no, what's the black man nod? He's like, no, when you pass on a black guy, you kind of like nod at each other, like a recognition of like, yeah, I know. We've been through it, like.
But like, think about like,
and he said when Black Panther was coming out, that changed. The nod became to them saying as we walked past to him, Black Panther coming out soon, like, or like, our movie. This is our movie. This is our movie.
Yeah.
Like, and he was just like, it's crazy the people that keep mentioning it to me.
Yeah,
I see that. I don't know
that's
them.
cool. That's fucking awesome.
And I was like, fuck. So
you've never had anything like that
no,
in cinema.
exactly.
In cinema, you've never had anything like that.
Yeah, the whole you never
At
had
all.
anything like this fucking saga, man. Like,
No.
the impact is just insane, like fucking mental. Like, we haven't discussed fucking money yet, but fucking it's crazy.
No, fucking hell.
So then, as you say, we get
Also, as well with Black Panther, like the whole like Wakanda fucking thing made it onto like football pitches.
Oh, yeah, it was
like,
huge.
Fucking players were like doing that as a fucking
Yeah.
celebration.
Yeah.
Like only like a
people
month.
thought it was real. People thought we could go there.
Yeah.
People were trying to buy flights to Wakanda.
Mate, there was recently in the last month there was an Arsenal player celebrated his hat trick by pulling on a fucking Black Panther mask and doing like fucking like Wakanda fucking sign
Was
at
he
the
white?
camera. No, it was
Okay.
what's his name? It's
Ryan Giggs.
I want to say Patrick Aubameyang
Right. Okay.
from Arsenal.
Right. Okay.
He smashed a hat trick and just fucking
Yeah,
out of
yeah, of
nowhere
course.
just
Yeah,
pulled
yeah.
his mask on.
Wow.
That's some wild
Just had
shit,
it on
man.
him, ready to go.
How are you going to hide that shit?
Mate, it was some fucking. It was a pop culture fucking phenomenon.
Absolutely.
Again. The biggest.
But it had all the elements, as I said, man. The soundtrack,
Yeah.
the fucking, the general fucking like basis of it being
Yeah,
like
man.
black
fucking
oriented,
Samuel
like
Jackson. I
main
can't
actors.
believe that was the one I wasn't a one film I wasn't in.
That's the best fucking thing.
Damn.
Best review ever.
How was I not in that film?
How was I not in?
Fuck.
How was I not in this motherfucker?
Yeah. Fuck. But yeah, it hit fucking big. And then how are they going to top that?
There you go.
Infinity
War.
fucking War arrived, and it
Boosh.
was fucking massive.
And again, all the build up in the last fucking two films. There was
Yeah.
there was something at the end.
Yeah.
The big stand up one for me, I think, was like seeing that. Again, I saw the whole like end clips thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's when you get the light shines, you see the gauntlet, and you just see his hand go into
Yeah.
it. That looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Just the way it's sort of like his hand just immediately just sort of becomes part of it, and it just looks fucking awesome. And he's like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah. That was at the end of one, wasn't it?
That's
yeah.
sick. I think that's cool, man. And it's all built up, and it's just I think that just gets everyone's fucking dicks hard.
Yeah,
and I
man.
think that's the whole thing.
No,
about it.
man, then it fucking dropped, man. And it was fucking... Thanos became, like, people loved this character.
Yeah,
They hated
yeah.
him. He became... Again, like he's going to be... He's up there now, like the Darth Vaders.
Yeah.
Like, when you look back... There's not many... You don't look back
It's
and
like,
be like...
fuck yeah, he is an
You don't...
arsehole.
In, like, pop culture that everyone knows, you're not, like, always going to be like, oh, man, fuck. Like, the bad guy from fucking another 48 hours with
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like one of those old fucking action films. Like films like that just don't. There's films that kind of like now, especially nowadays. There's films you just don't get this sort of villain, especially
Nah,
in the
not at
horror
all.
genre.
Definitely
but fucking Thanos, man, he's gonna be like one of the Darth Vaders you look back on.
Fucking
like,
right, dude.
It's crazy.
No problem.
Along with the snap, like
Yeah.
it was fucking massive, and I was so fucking excited. It was mental fucking.
I
time
think
for
just
me
it
trying
was
to-
such a. But I just like the way the film sort of builds. Really, the whole kind of sort of. Banner, like the whole sort of fight in space. It all starts
Yes.
up there.
Oh, it starts right where for Ragnarok ends.
Yeah, and fucking, the whole, it really sets up the whole kind of sort of Hulk sort of side of it as well.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he's like, because
right at the beginning.
everyone had glimpses in the trailer because there was all this fucking footage of like Hulk running
Yeah.
in the background, which is obviously just some fucking catfish situation.
They
we
do
got
that a lot.
catfished.
They
Everyone
do it a
got
lot, man.
catfished.
They do it. They did it with Endgame as well.
And it's and I think that's a really interesting element of it, and it's it really sort of like puts Hulk on a more sort of human level where he's just like, fuck, there is something bigger than me. Like that was interesting, and like seeing like fucking like Thor all fucked up with no eye and shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
man. It wasn't like that film to me. The way it moves along is just like
It is interesting
in terms
because
of
you
like,
almost don't really notice.
yeah, in terms of like all the MCU films there've been, Infinity War is such a perfect film in the sense that they don't need to explain too much to you.
Nah.
You just know stones. Thanos wants them. If he gets them, we're fucked.
Yeah.
And that's all you really need. The rest of it is just knowing them from the other films.
And also,
Like-
you by this point, you know who has stones.
yeah, exactly.
You know who has them.
Stones on him.
Like, just like, look at them stones.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some stones on
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
boy.
yeah.
But you know, like, something drastic's going to
Yeah.
probably happen for them to get those stones.
Yeah.
You know he's going to, like, even from the trailer, you know he's
Yeah.
going to fucking get them.
But the way it just bounces along, man, from just opening up with fucking Ragnarok ended, and that awesome fucking
Yeah,
opening
yeah,
scene,
yeah.
and then straight away we're like in fucking New York and shit, and we're with fucking Doctor Strange, and we're with Iron Man.
Strange and Iron
And then
Man's
they go
there.
to
and-
Doctor Strange, and instantly they fucking they land for the first time.
And I like as well, Doctor Strange just literally just opens a portal in a
Yeah.
park and it's just like, Mr. Stark.
And then there's obviously that awesome fucking scene when they fight in New York and fucking
Yeah.
when Spider-Man shows up. But that whole scene's fucking awesome.
You see the Iron Man suit all
Yeah.
kind of sort of build on him. Like,
Yeah, when he goes up to space with all that build up to that fucking scene, that whole fucking chase scene through the streets, is so fucking good, man.
Yeah.
And it just every time it gets to a point in the film, you're like, oh, okay, it's good. Oh, look, it fucking goes.
Yeah.
It's very, very fun. And Thanos, you're just mesmerized by Thanos fucking every time he's on screen.
yeah.
You're just like, fuck, this guy looks
And
amazing.
again, like the music's fucking great with that.
The
Whenever
music's
he's kind
good.
of sort of, like that. There's that one bit where I think he turns up at Wakanda, and he comes out of the all out of the clouds, and it's just like, brrr, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh shit.
yeah, you're in
You're
trouble
just like,
fucking
oh
now.
fucking
It's
hell.
a fucking apocalypse now.
Yeah, man. Mate. It's quality viewing.
And then we get to
And
the-
even just like it explains like Nebula and Gamora more.
Yeah.
And they're kind of you understand why they've fucking bought the whole Guardians of the Galaxy into it and shit.
There's points of it where you're like, oh, this is like an Iron Man film. Oh, and actually, it's more like it's more like a Guardians. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Oh, no, actually, this is more like a 4 story. It bounces, it so very well paces and gives everyone because there's
Yeah.
a lot of fucking characters to write for, man. Like fucking usually when there's too many
Mate,
characters,
you're
that
talking
fuck
about
shit up, but-
talking about what, like 16,
Yeah,
maybe
like-
18,
yeah,
like
so there's a few
main
in there.
characters.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot going on in that film, man.
No wonder they started dying so quickly.
But it was fucking like it had that fucking Empire Strikes Back kind of ending where everything's just gone to shit. And
Yeah.
you know there's going to be another part. Like, you know there's going to be other Avenger films, but this one is a continuation of a story, an immediate story.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, right, the next film has to continue the story because fuck. Like, so, and then fucking, yeah, we only had to wait a year before Endgame came out, fucking, which was a fucking great thing.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, Infinity War was fucking
I think the
amazing.
great thing about it as well is because it was only maybe at the start of this year that I actually saw Infinity War properly.
Yeah.
And like we sat down here and fucking watched
Yeah,
it
yeah,
on it after
Yeah.
like a podcast one
Yeah.
night. And that was fucking great.
Yeah, I remember watching it and just being like, because we'd not long watched Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
And it's such a con, and I remember being like, colour! Look at the colour! Like, at Infinity War, there's so much colour in that film.
Fucking right, dude.
I love it, man. I love whenever the gauntlet gets put on. It's what the rainbow sort of it's cool.
yeah.
Like the whole like soul stone when that happens, and the fucking sky does all that purple. Like the colors on it are so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Space is always cool and green and purple and
I'm
stuff.
a big fan of the time stone. The green on it is fucking great.
Yeah, very fucking cool. I rewatched Infinity War, so work took us to see Endgame.
Yep. The day it came out.
We went out the Friday, and we were told it might happen. So the night before, I rewatched Infinity War, even though I didn't need to. I'd seen it so many fucking times.
Yeah,
in a good
keep it
way.
fresh.
And I rewatched it and fucking loved it again. I was like, this is fucking really enjoyed it. And I was like, right, fucking Endgame tomorrow. The first viewing was a bit odd for me. Like, we're going to talk Endgame now. It's been out long enough. Spoiler bans lifted.
Yep.
It's been out by the time this comes out. It's been out for like over a month. So I watched Infinity War the night before, and then the next day we went and saw Endgame.
Yep.
And I was like, right, I watched it in Everyman Cinema in Walton. I like that cinema.
Yeah,
I don't really like the Everyman in Esher, but the one in Walton I like. It was busy, but we had like I had like an empty fucking sofa next to me, man. It was cool. Like I sat there. I was like, right, here we go. Was worried about who's going to make noise and distract me, but everyone, as soon as it started, everyone was kind of just invested in it. Like fucking, yeah, it was good. A lot of reactions, a lot of people like gasps, a lot of like laughs. Like it was quite a nice little fucking group in the cinema.
Yeah.
And the first watch, like I was just like, I don't know. I was kind of like, it finished, and I was like, I liked it, but I was kind of shocked by it all. Like, it's so weird, man. I didn't.
It's
really
a lot to
absorb
take in.
And there was also like all the things I expected to happen, all the beats I expected to happen, not necessarily happen the way they did, but happened. So I was a bit like, I'm kind of happy, but also a bit like, I guess I knew what was coming, sort of. And then I saw it the second time with you. I was so desperate to see it again.
Yeah.
And then obviously I went with you a few days later. So I saw it the Friday, and we saw it the Wednesday.
Yeah. We went on Wednesday.
And then I was looking forward to seeing it the second time, so I could really fucking take it in.
Because I'm not like, I mean, I remember leaning over to you a couple of times.
And I did it by having several beers with you beforehand.
I know, but we got our pissing down. That was all right. Had a piss in like the first like half hour, and then I was good after that.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm good.
Lizzie didn't go once, smooth sort of thing.
Wow.
I went twice, but I'd already seen it 3 times, so I was a bit more relaxed.
But yeah, it was good. It was.
You hadn't been to the cinema in fucking years.
Not in a long time, nah. And I'm not much of a talker. There was only.
That's good in the cinema.
No, that's it. Like I do sort of, if I'm in like, I'll invest my fucking self in it if I'm gonna fucking be in it. I remember like turning to you a couple of times just to say something funny.
I think I did as well.
Yeah. And then I think there was only like one point where I asked a question, but I can't really remember what it was.
I think when you came out from the toilet, I don't think you asked a question. You came out from the toilet, and I was just like, "They're going to use quantum realm to time travel." And you were like, "Cool, thanks." That was literally it.
All right.
Because you left when Ant-Man was explaining where he'd been.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, that was pretty much it. But then watching it in view, I fucking got to fucking focus more and be like, fucking hell, this is awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, it's weird. The first, like, it wasn't what I expected, because I suppose you watched Infinity War. This film wasn't Infinity War.
No,
or anything
not at all.
like Infinity War.
No.
This film had so many genres in it. It was like a post.
This is it's like a fucking it's like a heist.
It's literally like a post. So it's like a post-apocalyptic time traveling high space adventure comedy superhero movie. It's the best way I could describe it.
Perfect.
Post-apocalyptic time traveling high space adventure comedy superhero movie.
I want to see that instead of Avengers 4.
And I feel it only has the luxury of being all those things.
Can you somehow,
because of the foundations it's built over the last like 11 years.
Can you somehow write that description but in the Avengers font?
Like an honest trailer.
Yeah. I think you should send that to them. You should on one of his videos. You should write that and then just write ...
Man, have you heard about the 2 new films? No, what film? Well, there's Avengers, Infinity War. Wow, that sounds cool. What's the other one called? It's called Avengers, post-apocalyptic time-traveling high-space adventure comedy superhero movie. Wow, that's a drastic change in titling.
You should just write that as a comment on one of the YouTube videos for that, and then just write ... aka Endgame.
Fucking, we opened with fucking Hawkeye losing his family, so that was
man.
a tie into the fucking snap.
The way they did it as well was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
Because you got the glimpse of the dust, and it was just like, oh, I remember even at that point, just going like I was back in Amsterdam, high off my fucking bollocks, just like, I just went, oh man.
Yeah, you did. To be fair, To be fair, there was a few gasps.
I'm like, oh
Because
man.
luckily when we saw it, it hadn't even been out a week. It had only been out like 4 days, whatever. So it wasn't hugely busy in the cinema. We had like space around us, which was good because you didn't be in cinema for a while. I got us some nice viewpoint seats with
good
nice,
bit of leg
nice
space.
leg space.
Didn't have to squeeze
I
past
took care
anyone.
of the arrangements, Jackson. I wanted to make an enjoyable experience for you.
Made me feel like a princess.
Yes. No one sat aside us. I positioned us strategically well.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you had someone on your side, but
yeah, there was a seat between us though.
oh, was it?
Yeah. There was a seat
fair
between
enough.
us. Yeah. Oh man, I had space, man. It was fine. Arm like this. I was great. I was cotched. So it was a good experience for you to be back in the cinema. Though.
It was.
Before we move
I
on,
enjoyed it.
Was experience good for you?
Yeah. The floor wasn't sticky.
Yeah.
We bought our own crisps.
Yeah.
So because we're not fucking idiots.
No.
Who can spend £12 on fucking food these days?
Yeah. Well, there you go, man. But it's still a good experience. Man.
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
I'm
it was
glad-
great.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
It was like I wasn't too like staring upwards. I felt like we were in a good position. Yeah, it was great.
So we were nice.
Not
and
a lot of
comfortable.
loud. It wasn't loud. There was no fucking talky chatty shit
it was
going on.
fine.
Everyone was there, like
Yeah.
fucking
In it.
focused.
There
for
was a
this
lot.
shit.
So when you gasped at the Hawkeye family,
Yeah.
loads of people would say. I heard loads of.
Oh
like-
really?
but then-
Yeah, that was really just like, oh man.
And it was crazy that the first part wraps and ends Thanos from Infinity War. The story with the whole Stormbreaker, he gets fucking Thor cuts his fucking head off like in the beginning
in
of
like
the
the
film.
first like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
fucking they find Thanos and they fucking
it moves quickly.
he's dead.
Yeah,
like, fuck that.
he's
Thanos
gone.
is dead from Infinity War. Fuck, he's
Thor's
dead.
just gone like, fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah, I went for the head. Fuck you. I'm pissed off.
I'm going now.
Captain Marvel was here, but she was too fucking late because she was off. Fucking everyone else, well done, I guess.
Yeah.
We're here, I guess.
Also, they immediately explained fucking Tony Stark getting back to fucking Earth.
I liked that, man. That whole scene was cool. This is another example
With
of the
Nebula,
Russo
like-
brothers fucking with the trailers because we see those scenes of Tony Stark talking to the Iron Man head, recording
Yeah.
the message for Pepper. We've seen that in the trailer, and he looks fine. But when you all see him in Endgame, he's really skinny.
He's fucking super
Like
skinny.
they've made it. He's
Gaunt,
The trailer's
like-
tricking you because he's fine, but in the film he's actually really skinny.
Yeah.
And when he gets back to Earth, when Captain Marvel shows up just before the air runs out and gets him back to the compound, he's on that wheelchair, man. He's fucking like
He's
proper.
fucked.
He looks like fuck, man. He's really little.
Yeah.
They did really well there. Fucking.
Yeah, they
'Cause
did it-
He
they
looked
did it
fucking
really, really
skinny,
well.
man. Believably skinny and believably fucking crazy as well. Like they fucking did that whole part well. But then he goes to sleep and they're like, "Fucking, let's go get the fucking stones and kill him."
Yep.
Yeah, he got the stones, he destroyed them. But this is the beginning of the film and he's fucking dead. When I first saw it, the first viewing, I was like, fuck.
Came out of nowhere.
Wow. Fuck. And then it went 5 years later.
And you know what as well? The only time that you see Thanos in the trailer is when he's like walking through his fucking field.
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
And you get like the
With him
glimpse of his
landing.
armor.
And him land. Yeah, in the first
Yeah,
trailer,
that's like literally it. Like
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
be anything in that
Yeah.
film. And that's like again like the first. They basically show the first 15
Oh, yeah,
minutes.
the whole trailer is the beginning. The whole bit with fucking Captain Marvel shows up
Yeah.
with Thor and Stormbreaker. I like this one. Like,
Yeah, I like this one.
all the bits in the trailer, most of it is all from the opening of the film.
Yeah.
And then fucking yeah. And then when I first saw it and it went 5 years later, that was the other moment where everyone went,
I read that. I read that. Like when I saw that in my head, I was doing it in that SpongeBob SquarePants voice. 5 years later.
I don't even know what that is.
Have you not seen it?
Oh my god, no. I don't even know what the
like
fuck that is.
I've seen it in like YouTube videos, and it's just from like SpongeBob. Like whenever there's like a passing moment of time, it just comes up. It'll just say 12 months later.
It sounds like the Emperor from Star Wars. I've seen a great many things. that does not sound like the Emperor. But yeah, and then fucking 5 years later, and then
Bosh.
then the film.
It explains the
Goes
hair
very
color
dark.
change.
Then it goes very- yeah.
explains fucking.
It's crazy we all care about that, isn't it? That makes sense from the trailer on the hair.
Yeah, that's it.
Is
I was
hair,
just like,
is the change of hair a clue?
I think that was the third
Damn
time.
you, Marvel! You got me so trained.
Potentially, that was the third time I made a noise where I went, "Oh,
She's totally worth it.
L'Oreal."
And then the story gets a bit dark for a bit when it's kind of like Evan the Snap and
The first thing you see,
Captain.
the first
Dr.
thing you
Captain.
see is Captain America in like some self-help group.
And that's one of the Russo brothers playing the guy talking about his date he went on.
I thought I did.
And
recognise
another
him,
guy
yeah.
that's like, what did you talk about? He's the guy that actually created Thanos for the comics. Like,
Yeah.
Nice, a couple of cameos there. Then the move. I love fucking when they start talking about time travel. We're not going to go through the whole fucking film, just some of the points here. But the time travel plot, I love the explanations in that, and the fact when they're like figuring it out, and fucking War Machine's just like, what? Why do we just go back and kill baby Thanos? I was like, oh, we can't. Like, and he's just like, what? Like.
So you're telling me Back to the Future?
Yeah,
is just a
but he
complete
lists all
lie.
the other films. He's like Terminator, Terminator 2.
Oh, you know what? It wasn't until I got home and sat down and I was just like, oh, that was good. And I was just like, yeah, they listed those. They listed those films. Time Cop.
Yeah.
We said Time
Yeah.
Cop in the
And
fucking
I was
radio
also
play.
just like, they also said Hot Top Time Machine. Hot Top Time Machine. I can't believe they referenced that. Which the guy that plays Winter Soldier's in, right?
Yeah.
He's in that
he's
film.
He's like the fucking like.
Are they like, holy shit, it's the guy from fucking.
Oh, mate, I only watched that recently and realised it was him. It was Bucky, innit? And
Yeah.
I was just like, motherfucker.
Hey, do you look like the guy from Hot Top Time Machine? I get that a lot, but I'm actually the Winter Soldier.
I really just at that point, I really would have just like Bucky to be there. Of course, he hadn't done it. He was dead by this point, but just to look at the fucking camera.
What? Fucking. I was stroking myself there. But
Stroking yourself?
the explanations of fucking time travel were fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
I liked all the Back to the Future references.
Just them
didn't
trying
milk
to-
it. Didn't fucking milk it.
Them trying to generally get their fucking head round it.
One thing I did like their explanation. They kind of did borrow from like existing movie fucking time travel lore, but also they added to it and kind of made, if you go to the future, that becomes your present, and
Yeah.
your present becomes your past. Like that sort of. I like the way they explained it. It doesn't change things.
Yeah.
There are a few things that are a bit paradoxy, but it's really fucking hard with fucking time travel.
Yeah.
Then we got fucking New Hulk,
Oh yes.
and he was fucking awesome.
He looked so fucking good.
Yeah.
He looked great. It looked like
It's
Banner.
a shock at first.
Yeah, it looked like Banner, and it's just like oh mate, it's
Like
so
him as
fucking good.
Professor Hulk almost just Bruce Banner, but the Hulk.
I
But looking
remember,
more
like-
like Bruce Banner.
That was, I think, the first time I'd said anything to you during the start of the film. I just tell you, it was like, it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah. And it was
like,
a
I know,
funny
I know.
fucking scene. It was a funny
Oh,
fucking
it was
scene.
good.
He's like Mr. T. He's like, listen to your mom, kids.
Yeah.
She knows best.
Green.
Hulk out.
and then-
Bruce.
And then, like, Ant-Man's just like, do you want to take a photo of me?
Yeah.
And he's just like,
You want to.
just,
He's
no,
literally
go on.
shaking his head saying no. No, you think he kind of won. Yeah, it was good, man. 'Cause it still got it showed a bit of awkwardness to him. Still,
Yeah.
But he fucking He did look
He looked great.
amazing. He looked fucking great, and he wasn't the only shocking transformation we saw.
No.
Later on, we met Thor,
Yeah. It's so good.
who was just living in this fucking smelly little
It's
fucking place
so
with Krog
good.
and fucking the other little fucking alien dude.
Oh, I'm so glad
Fucking
that Korg came back.
So overweight.
Fucking Meek. He's
Meek, that's it, Meek. Fucking just getting pissed and playing fucking Fortnite.
That
And
whole
just-
scene is great.
It was like,
where he's
the
just like,
dickhead's back.
It's just like,
He's called me a dickhead.
Oh, Thor. Oh,
Thor.
the kid's back. Yep. He's just called me a dickhead again. And he's just like, it was just like, noob destroyer.
Yeah, 69. Like,
Listen here, noob destroyer.
this is the god. This is the Thor, the gods and the god of thunder. Like, it's fucking that whole. But then he switches when fucking Hulk mentions Thanos. And
Yeah,
"Stop
that's it.
saying
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
name."
It's like, oh, we're not allowed to really say that
And
name
he's a
around here.
completely different character. In this, Thor was literally a broken man.
Yeah.
Like, he's a mess all the way
Yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah.
Like, he's a fucking mess. Even when he gets his shit together at the end, he's still just like getting his fucking ass kicked. Like, he's fucking amazing. in it.
Yeah, man.
But, he almost loses, man. He almost fucking has the fucking axe in his chest. Like,
Yeah.
Thanos almost
It's like
does it.
entering his fucking
Yeah,
chest.
like fucking, he's not like his best in this. And when he meets his, obviously we dip into like 4-2 a lot here because they go back to that time, that time of the MCU where 4-2 the Dark Elves happened, where his mum's gonna die and he goes back with Rocket, doesn't
Yeah,
he? To
yeah,
get
yeah,
the
yeah,
ether out of fucking
And even then, he's a
his
fucking
missus.
wreck.
And she's like, oh, the years haven't been kind, when she meets her future son.
Oh,
like,
God, it's so messed up.
he's a fucking mess all the way through it.
Yeah.
it was an interesting choice, and I didn't expect that going in.
Nah.
There was no hint of that. They kept that well and true. All that they kept really under wraps.
And then
unless you went
also,
looking for it.
It's an important bit as well because he gets his fucking hammer back.
Oh, that's so fucking good, man. He's just like him and Rocket about to leave, and he's like, "Wait!" Puts his arm up, and Rocket's like, "What am I looking at?"
I think that's the thing I like about it most. It's just those little moments of comedy.
Yeah.
They're just so well timed, and it does just make you laugh. Like,
Marvel have got a really good formula, and they're fucking sticking to it. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
working. Of like emotion, funny, emotional,
Yeah,
funny,
yeah.
emotional, fun. Like they have like a beats,
and even like in the battle scenes, there's
Like-
comedy. Like even like in like Infinity War, where where Thor turns up in Wakanda. And he's standing by like Captain America, and he's just like, "I see you've copied my beard."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
does the motion as well
Yeah.
of beard, just like, "I see you've copied my beard."
yeah. It's like haircut. Yes, I see you copied my beard. This is my friend Tree.
Yes. I am Groot.
No, but
I am Steve Rogers.
that's kind of what.
I always remember you pointing out to me and just like, he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Like, he just. And that every time I hear that, I'm always just like, you're in my ear, just like, he doesn't get it.
In case you didn't get the
funny.
joke.
Yeah.
In case you didn't get the joke. He doesn't get it, Joe.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. That's all he can say.
But when we were talking about like the whole Rocket and Thor, like kind of what I'm saying, like that those whole scenarios we don't question because we've been trained for all
Yeah,
these films
yeah.
for the last 11 years that when they get to this point, if you watched Iron Man back then, when it came out,
Yeah.
and as soon as it finished, you were shown the future film Endgame.
Yeah.
You watched the first Iron Man, then Endgame directly afterwards. You'd be like, what a fucking jump.
No,
what a fucking jump.
You would not have a fucking
Yeah.
clue what was
It
going
would
on.
be like, what a fucking jump.
Imagine if you walked out of the cinema after seeing Iron Man and you got hit by a bus and you were in a coma for 11 years.
Like Life on Mars, but
Yeah,
like you went to
yeah,
the
yeah.
future and saw Endgame.
11
And
years
that's the
in the
whole
future, just like,
series.
what is happening? That would be insane. You'd fucking lose your mind.
Yeah,
You
so
were
that's
like,
what I mean.
Okay, first of all, who's he?
Yeah.
Why is that thing talking?
So
Why are they together?
This film is almost a result of an educated audience of the last 11 years.
Yeah.
So they don't. We don't question Ant-Man. We don't
No,
question.
no,
we
not at
don't
all.
question a talking raccoon, a fucking talking tree that says "I am Groot."
Yeah.
Fucking. We don't question.
Some android fucking woman, and
Yeah,
why
yeah.
is she in space with
Yeah.
Iron Man?
Yeah, exactly. We don't question things like this because we're just like, fuck, that's blah blah blah. I know their story. That's blah blah blah, and it changes your
Yeah, yeah,
perception
yeah.
on the film. If you've invested through the whole story arc.
I think one of the most important moments of that is when Black Widow sat at the table and she's having the conference call with everyone.
Yeah.
Of like the people that have survived. So Captain Marvel's there.
Yeah.
The fucking chick from
Wakanda.
Wakanda's there. Fucking War Machine's there.
Yeah.
And then
It's Rocket and Gamora, not Gamora, Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula. And it's all just kind of like that's kind of all you instantly line them up and just like, yep, they're connected, they survived, I remember them surviving,
Yeah.
yep, remember them surviving. Captain Marvel, she's new, but she's have a reason to be here.
Yeah, there's a great bit where Captain Marvel's got a different hairstyle, hasn't she, as a hologram?
Oh, God,
And
yeah,
she's like,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to be around for a few months. And Rocket's like, well, what are you doing? Get another haircut.
And also, the best bit is when
fucking Tony Stark.
when Tony comes back to Earth and the Rocket starts talking, and he's just like, "Okay, this is the first time that and I just realised that you're not a Builder
Yeah,
Bear."
up until this very moment, I thought you were just a Builder-Bear.
Such a great line.
And you generally believe it as well. Like, he
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
making
yeah.
a joke. He was like, actually thought that Kevin was a Builder-Bear. What
So good.
It's talking. But again, shit you don't question. Like, when
Not
you
at
see
all.
them all lined up to time... Again, you see them all lined up to time travel. Like, it's just like, well, there's a big talking Hulk.
Yeah,
who,
of
like,
course.
who's Banner.
And
There's
you
there's
remember as
raccoon,
well, because-
there's Nebula. Like,
But
there's a
also,
fat
like,
Thor
he
now.
has like Iron Man interacted with like one half of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And didn't even realise like Groot and fucking Thingy were off with doing
Yeah.
with Thor trying to get the fucking Stormbringer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look at me with my
Stormbreaker.
fucking
Stormbringer.
Stormbringer. Bollocks! I was so
You
close.
tripped
I was
at
about
the
to
end.
big myself up
Yes,
so bad.
I jumped in before you did the.
Thank you.
I saw you about to do the finger click.
I was about to do the finger click.
I did quickly jump in there.
Thank you very much. But
It's
no,
alright.
it's yeah, no, it
Save
is-
your street cred, man. Look out for each other.
Where were we in Endgame? Whereabouts were we discussing it?
You fucking completely threw me off of your
My finger clicking.
almost going for. You're talking about them getting Stormbreaker.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're still in Infinity War. Infinity War. It's a film starring the Fonz.
But Infinity War, we suddenly in Endgame, we suddenly hit the whole fucking time travel, and we've already seen like we revisit. It's a love note to like the previous fucking films.
Well, that's
Like-
it, isn't it? Because Steve turns up after the.
I mean, Captain America.
No, not Steve. I don't mean Steve. I mean Ant-Man.
Oh, right.
I'm falling apart, Greg.
Can you imagine the film was just called Steve?
Steve. And that's how I got the nickname Steve.
Full circle. To close the loop. Paul Rudd is Steve.
Steve.
He can control ants and shit. And literally shit.
Scott, sorry.
Scott Lang.
Bah,
Lang.
I was nearly there. So the one thing I love, and I think as we were walking home, I did point this out, and I was just like, God, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for that pesky rat.
Kevin Smith brought that up in his review as well. He liked it.
I thought that's it. Like that is the chaos theory.
Yeah,
if that
yeah,
hadn't happened, they'd still be just like, oh, if only we were able to go back in
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Yeah. No, it's true. That's the catalyst for the whole story. Fucking that rat. The MCU is in building up to this moment.
A fucking rat.
Yeah, it's such a throwaway moment as well when you watch it. It's like the same can be said for Star Wars. In the first Star Wars film, In New Hope, there's 3PO
I learned
and
about this
R2D2
in
space.
I know about this in space.
And they
yeah.
go in the
Chaos
and
theory.
they get in the escape pod, and the ship are shooting all the escape pods. And they go to shoot this one, and the guy's like, "Oh, there's no life forms. I won't fire." And he's like, "Okay, hold your fire." Like they're gonna run out of lasers. like just shoot it. And they don't shoot it, and because they don't shoot it, it lands on the planet fucking Tatooine, and the message gets to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then the film begins.
Boom.
It kicks off the entire saga.
Holla.
So the whole thing arranged the actions of that guy. This is one of those moments. The rat.
Oh my God. I've got some fucking Jaffa cakes in my pocket.
Good
Oh,
old space.
mama. Oh, daddy.
Good old fucking
I am
space.
a big old baby.
So yeah, man, you're right. It's pure fucking chaos theory.
Pure chaos theory. But he just sort of comes back, fucking for some reason. Chang from fucking Community
because
is
it's
the
the
security
directors
guard.
that did Community.
Doesn't have a single
No.
line
No.
in the goddamn
It's because
film.
the directors did Community.
Oh, okay.
They directed loads of Communities, man. Fucking so yeah, that's why he was in it, and also Shelley was in it, wasn't she? There was 2 Community cameos.
Oh yeah,
Shelley was in it. She was in the lift with Captain America.
Imagine if they chucked a Donald Glover in there.
I was hoping there would be a few others, but yeah, there wasn't.
Imagine if Donald
Oh,
Glover
well,
got a little
he
cheeky
might have
one
been
in there.
He might have been a big get, but I thought I might
Well,
have seen
he
Jeff.
might appear in possibly a 3rd Spider-Man film
Oh,
if
well,
you
a
understand some
second, maybe.
theories that are going around on the internet.
Yeah, a bit possibly, actually, yeah. Black Widow died. She threw herself off the fucking cliff edge.
Oh God, how do you feel about it? Do you reckon Hawkeye should have got it?
Because
To me it makes sense in regards to if you see the rest of the fucking film.
Yeah.
And it was when he was just like, you don't know what I've become.
Yeah,
I've done some things. Ooh.
So
Put stuff in people's butts whilst they were dying.
when it happened, when she died, I was kind of like, oh fuck, that's really. I didn't really think about it till much later on. I was like, fucking hell, because when he survives them just jumping ahead, when they blow up the compound at the end,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Hawkeye's dead. How is anyone going to survive that?
Yeah, yeah,
Surely
not
he's
happening.
dead. And I thought he was going to die in that.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way he can survive. But he falls into some magical sewer and he's okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I guess they couldn't have killed him off after they sacrificed Scarlett Johansson for him. But Mark Bernardin on the Kevin Smith podcast made a point of being like, well, if he did it, if he died, there's going to be that story where the film's going to have to end with Black Widow going to his family and telling him what happened and how he went. And then that's Kevin Smith's like, oh god, man, stop writing a better version of events. Oh, no, I want to see that.
Alternate endings.
But that might have been just too much for the end. That might have been too many emotional beats for the end, I think.
Yeah.
I think that might have been crammed. Look at the sadness, but hope, but sadness. People moving on. By the way, this person died too. I think that would just been too much of a fucking
absolutely
emotional beat.
Yeah, I think I think they done it. Just
I think
right.
having it the other flip side, she doesn't have to go fucking tell his family died, and having her sacrifice herself just left that big fucking shock moment and moved on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I think it's
That took me 17 minutes to explain. though.
It's Monday,
It's Sunday.
fun day. But no, it's a definitely it's an interesting scene, and it's. I mean, obviously, something's. I mean, the whole build up to that is because they talk about the Soul Stone, and they're just like, you have to go there and you have to sacrifice something for the Soul Stone, and there's just that bit where Scott Lang's just like, not it,
not it.
not it. And even when it cuts to that scene and you realise where they are, you're just like, oh shit. You see the return of Red Skull as well.
Yeah, he's good back in it. But again, never referred to as Red Skull, but yeah, he's there. Fucking, he looks great, man. He was a nice fucking surprise in Infinity War. It was cool when he showed up. And the fact that Hugo Weaving was like, I'm never doing that role again. Fuck it. So it was the guy from fucking Walking Dead who did that impression reel, and he's basically doing an impression of Hugo Weaving.
Oh, really?
Vocally, yeah, and he CGI the character.
Wow.
Interesting little fucking fact there for you. And I say the guy. Hope you know who I mean when I say the guy from Walking Dead. Yeah. So I was like, who? There's so many guys in that film.
I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know what his fucking name is. I stopped watching it ages ago.
Oh, well.
He was in it when I was watching it. I fucking love it when Hulk and fucking Captain America bumps into Captain America and they have that fight. It's such a good fucking scene.
Good.
It's a cool fucking fight and it has my favourite fucking bit of dialogue.
That's where it starts getting a little bit confusing though.
Right, yeah.
I think because that is like there's not like clever Hulk. I think there's that whole bit where they're just like, okay, you guys go and head off and look for this stuff.
Yeah.
I think they send like Banner / Hulk off with
everyone splits into 3 teams.
Yeah.
To go
so
get
they go to look for the
various points in the Marvel history.
So like clever Hulk goes to to get the Time Stone.
Yeah.
And then he meets up with fucking Whatchamajig. Fucking, the fucking bald chick from.
The fucking the something one from fucking Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, yeah. So they go off, but
there's that one. Your name's this.
But there's that one bit where he's just like, where Captain America's just like maybe smash some stuff along the way, and he's just like, I need this totally derivative, and he's just like, bang. Just chucks a bike.
That scene got laughs.
But then also, it then goes to them going to Stark Tower. And also then just regular Hulk's there and he's being told to take the stairs and he's all fucking angry and shit.
And then you like, fuck, he spoke before Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Did you hear him speak? He's like, Hulk stairs.
Oh, the look stairs.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, he still was talking then?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't talk in the Age of Ultron and Avengers. You don't hear him talk like that. No. Not until Ragnarok. But here in the flashback from the first Avengers, he was talking. That blew my mind a little bit. But that scene's great though. It's fucking hilarious. That whole scene's where shit goes sideways.
Yeah, and it's like, it's
such a different fucking film, mate. I was watching it today, and it gets to the whole scene where it is that part of the story where it's Captain America, Iron Man, Professor Hulk. I mean, they put a lot of their heavy hitters together for these teams.
Yeah.
Fucking, they should have been separated. They would have been strong leaders in other teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, anyway, they're together, and when it cuts to when Loki gets a Tesseract and escapes and all goes fucking sideways.
Oh, mate.
And they're like, how can we fix it? Like, at that point, I was kind of like...
Go further back in time.
I was like, this really is like this film's now turned into like a fun time travel heist movie.
It's like Inception.
Like it's done it.
They've gone back in time and now they're going further back in time.
But
it's just
but almost like the tone of the film's changed. It's a bit more... It's been quite dark before, and now all of a sudden it's a bit more like, aha, like there's comedy, almost like slapstick comedy when Stark falls over in the case and like it, get knocked over by the door when Hulk runs out, like after he gets down to the bottom of the stairs.
But also there's that sort of desperation element to it as well, where they're just like, we've fucked up, but we've this is our only chance to get back, and they're also all chimes in with them just like, oh no, we can get that, we can get more fucking time travel fluid.
The Pym particles. He looked fun. We see fucking Hank Pym, fucking
oh my
Douglas,
god, they did so good making him look young.
See him like fucking
he doesn't look like a fucking testicle.
No, and that was a nice little cameo having him there, and they pan past the original Ant-Man helmet on his table and they go back to like the 70s.
And of course Stan Lee driving past the army Brags. That was his final cameo.
Yeah, fucking enough said, his little old saying on the bumper sticker on the car.
Yeah, man.
That was a nice little fucking cameo for him. That was a good one as well, man.
It was pretty subtle.
Exactly. It was in your. It wasn't subtle. It was in your face.
No, because I remember seeing him, and it wasn't until he spoke that I realised it was Stan Lee.
Because
obviously they de-aged him.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I think that's
remember him as he was. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, man, it was fucking. again, that scene for me on the third watch was when I was like, I'm actually going to go for a wee. When Tony Stark meets his dad and they talk a bit.
Yeah, yeah. I know what
Even
you
though
mean.
like that's one of Kevin Smith's favorite bits, and he balls his eyes out talking.
Oh
about
yeah,
that
I mean,
scene.
I think he's probably got that connection with his dad and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and he kind of wishes.
But the scene's
I get
great.
that.
The scene's great, but I was just like, I'm gonna go for a piss now.
Yeah.
Like fucking, I'm gonna go for it. Like,
That moment did make my fucking mind wander a bit and be like, fuck, what if I
Yeah.
could go back in time and like
Yeah,
talk to
yeah,
my
yeah,
dad?
yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
fucking weird.
and it's
like-
quite a long scene though. Like,
Yeah, it's lengthy.
Yeah.
And the entire time you're waiting for him to get busted.
yeah.
The entire time.
Yeah. And they just get out. But that when the time travel element's over, and we're kind of back to them all like cheers, and all again fucking Nebula switch places is the bad one. La la la.
Yeah,
when they
that
all
was a
come
twist.
back, and it's just like, right, the time travel bit's done now.
Yeah.
Like now, what film's this gonna be?
Yeah.
Like, now what is this film gonna be?
And
Like,
there was
is
that.
yeah,
It's
that's
the whole
time
bit
heist.
where fucking Ronin like returns on his own, and that's everyone's just like
Tasha's gone.
shit.
Tasha's gone. Such a and then we get to Hulk doing the fucking snap, which is fucking. I love that scene, man. When Hulk puts on the fucking gauntlet, they've made.
Yeah.
But Thor's all fucked up. Like, please let me do it. Let me do something right. Let me fucking do it. You can tell he's desperate to do something. He wants to do it. But he's like, no, he knows he's not going to fucking survive it. Fucking, oh man, when Hulk puts it on, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
The rainbow colours.
The way it fucking expands
Yeah.
to fit his arm.
And like you can see his veins, it's burning his arm, and his clothes are burning, and he's getting all fucking. He hasn't even snapped yet, and he's just getting all fucked up by it. Oh man, and he's like holds up his hands. It's almost like he's struggling to do it. Oh, it's so good.
And then, bang.
No, I'll be fucked because I can't clip my fingers. I'll just be like, I don't know what to do. It's something taking off my hands. Snap.
That's
And
your
it's
Achilles heel.
It's such a nice thing because he snaps and he fucking falls off and he's like, fuck, and he's all fucked up. And
Yeah.
Iron Man's like spraying him. And then Lang goes and looks outside. And it's all sunny and there's birds. Oh,
And then
you're
all of
like,
a sudden,
they did it. And then fucking another
All of a
explosion,
sudden.
which probably should have killed Ant-Man. Fucking the missiles fucking hit.
yeah.
And fucking Thanos has come through the fucking time thing from fucking Nebula putting a fast one.
I love that
Just
they
fucking blows
immediately
them up.
turn the Avengers headquarters into just an apocalypse wasteland. Immediately.
Blown to fuck.
It's fucking immediately. And that's great. I think that's.
It's
I
such
mean,
a cool
again, this
fucking
is this
scene.
is where the sort of the
They're
two.
closing a story.
This is where the two time portals sort of collide, and that, but that's where that's the only way they could properly mend time.
Yeah.
That's the only way it could be done.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, and just, it's such an epic fucking fight as well. Just
Oh,
like, but
it
you
is.
see the fallout of the explosions, of Hulk's holding it up, and fucking War Machine, and fucking Raccoon, and
They're all
fucking
sort of
drowning.
escaping. Yeah.
And fucking Hawkeye's
Hulk's
having his
holding it
run.
up.
Cap's knocked out, and Iron Man gets him up, and the whole time
That's
Thanos is waiting
that's
outside.
the classic moment where it's like it's Stark, it's Iron Man, and it's Captain America walking towards him,
Yeah, he's just sitting there waiting,
just
like,
waiting.
So
He's told Nebula to go and get the stones
Yeah.
because Hawkeye's got the gauntlet.
yeah. And he just hands them to her. So I know who you are.
Yeah,
Here you go.
that's it.
Like,
And it's just like, oh god.
Gamora shows up and fucking with real-time Nebula and kills herself, which is crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's madness.
But fucking yeah, then we have the fucking Captain America, Iron Man, and fucking Thor showdown.
Fighting,
And
yeah.
Thor gets both his axes and he transforms. And he's got his suit on. He's got his beard. He looks like a fucking.
He looks like a fucking Viking.
Yeah,
mate.
he looks like a Viking. He's still big. He didn't
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
he didn't
yeah.
like get the. He didn't flash and was suddenly trim
He's still
again.
a fat fuck.
He was still fat, man. Which is great. They did that for the whole film.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see. Well, we'll talk about that.
And then we see the first fucking fight they have with Thanos. It
Yeah.
just kicks off instantly.
And it's
he's got a
brilliant.
double-ended fucking sword.
Fucking
And
brilliant.
you're just like, fucking hell, this shit's turned, it's turned. And then we get the fucking asses kicked.
Yeah, man.
Fucking
Everyone
we'll get
gets
the fuck-
proper
fucking,
murked.
That awesome scene where Iron Man opens up the back of his suit and he's like, hit me Thor. Thor fucking charges his hammer.
God.
Fires into the back of Tony's suit and he
It's
charges
amazing.
up and then fires. Oh, it's so fucking good.
And they proper give him a good old beating.
Yeah.
because he's got nothing. He's a strong. Thanos is strong without the gauntlet, but like
There's a great bit where
they
fucking,
give him a good old fucking pasting.
Cap throws his fucking shield in the air. Fucking, he hits it. No, he doesn't. He throws his fucking hammer in the air and hits it with Stormbreaker.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Fucking, but Thanos holds up Iron Man and knocks him flying, and he's knocked out. And that's when he gets Thor.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like kicks his fucking ass and is literally
Proper
punching
just
him in the face.
fucking
and then
brutal.
pushing Stormbreaker into his chest.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's breaking through his armor, and then you see his fucking hammer, the one that no one can lift above him, rise.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking Cap's got it. Cap's got it. I knew it was gonna happen. Cap's got it. fucking bang, Cap throws it,
Yeah.
fucking saves him. Like
That was the bit where I was just like,
yeah, you asked me that. Yeah, you're like, how did he do that?
but I left it a couple of minutes until it was like a bit of just fighting. And I was just like, how can he do that?
But I was like, he's worthy, man. He's fucking worthy. That's how I think when the first Avengers came out, I remember Jason saying to me, it's gonna end with Captain America picking up Thor's hammer.
It was a great element.
Like, so I was like, fuck, so I've always thought for years, oh, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things that I was like, maybe it will happen. It did happen, but it was fucking cool. I didn't expect him to be as amazing with it as he was. He was like using it
Fucking
like
done
Thor,
it, yeah.
which was cool. I loved it.
It
I
was
like,
awesome.
I didn't expect that. I just thought he was going to lift it and like hit Thanos' head or
I
something
mean,
with it.
I guess we always got a little glimpse of that in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
When they're doing the challenge. And he's the only one that can just slightly, even slightly
great
fucking
scene.
get it.
It's a
But
great
it is
scene.
good because you
Thor's
see
like,
like,
nothing.
Thor's like looks at it and he's just like, holy shit.
Yeah, you see the panic in his face. And he's like, nothing.
You know what the one bit I do always occasionally think about is that bit in Ragnarok when Thor turns up and Loki's disguised himself as Odin.
Oh, yeah.
And he turns up and he just goes, oh shit.
Oh, shit. That joke's why when we watched Ragnarok, I had to quickly explain to you who he was.
Yeah,
Because I was like, yeah, because that joke's so good.
It's so funny.
Joe will find that oh shit bit really funny, so I need to explain to him what's happening before it happens.
It was
I think
more
I told
funny
you
'cause
just
it was,
before.
It was more funny because it's Anthony Hopkins doing it. But yeah, that was fucking brilliant. But yeah, no, the fight between them is fucking amazing.
Yeah, and he's got the hammer, he's fucking kicking ass.
But even with the hammer, they're still fucking. They don't
Like,
fucking get it.
They get the fucking asses all kicked.
Proper.
He literally kicks fucking, stamps him through that mount afterwards.
Yeah.
Fucking smashes up Cap's shield. Fucking knocks
Down
him
to
down.
like half.
And then fucking steps back and is like, oh, I don't usually take pleasure in this, but I'm going to fucking enjoy killing your planet cunts.
Yeah.
And then his whole army fucking
And he's just
shows
like,
up.
I'm gonna fucking destroy this entire world and rebuild it. And
Yeah.
he's just like under bloodshed.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just like, no one will know.
No, fucking you won't be around to tell them. And
But-
his whole army fucking comes
Oh
down
my
behind
God,
him.
it's brutal
And there's
as
that
well.
amazing fucking shot. It's such a nice shot of Cap standing up and he puts on his broken shield. He fastens it again, and he's just stood there.
Yeah.
Him in front of this fucking massive fucking galactic army.
Yeah.
Fucking portholes opening in the sky. There's big flying fish things coming through.
The
like
giant
ships.
thing from the first Avengers film,
Yeah,
but like
now out of the
7
ship,
of
so all
them.
coming out the ship, not portal. Sorry, fucking all this shit.
Yeah.
And just him, and it's like fuck. And then he hears his earpiece, and it's Sam, just like
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, and you don't know if you would have got this because it's big. It's a thing from oh, you might actually you did from Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
When he hears his earpiece go, and he hears Sam go on your left. Because there's a scene in fucking Winter Soldier when they first meet and they're like jogging around this fucking lake.
I've seen the jogging scene, yeah.
And every time, because Cap keeps lapping him.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
every time
yeah.
he laps him, he comes up behind him. He's like, on your left. And he's
Yeah,
like, "Stop
yeah,
saying
yeah,
it,"
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's what he hears in his ears, like, on your left, fucking. And then Sam, fucking
portal
portal
opens.
opens. And it's not Sam, it's fucking Black Panther first.
Black Panther and
And then another one opens, and then fucking Doctor Strange comes out.
Yeah.
And then fucking we see the Guardians and
Yep.
fucking Spider-Man swings out, and then we start seeing the other ones, and then they all start opening.
but then
all over the place.
Bucky's like one of the last ones
yeah.
that you mainly see. And then yeah, all these and it all just this fucking this Marvel army just fucking comes in.
We
All the
see-
fucking like Wakanda armies there, like
All the fucking sorcerers and stuff. There's Doctor
Yeah,
Strange,
yeah,
all them
yeah.
fucking there. Like it's everyone. There's a fucking entire army. Everyone you can fucking think of is fucking there marching out.
Yeah.
Like, and you're just like, holy fuck.
mate, at that point I really had to resist the urge to cheer.
Oh mate, yeah.
I was
You
like,
hate cheering. Instead of, you asked me. No one claps, do they? Like, fucking-
Yeah, I was, mate. I didn't. It wasn't even going to be a cheer. It was just me, just going to go. Ooh. I just wanted to growl and roar.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, like fucking!" Like there was a bit of a reaction.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's such a great fucking scene. Everyone's
brilliant.
fucking there.
It's like that is like the
Valkyrie's
last,
on the
the
flying
last
horse
hope.
you got from somewhere.
It's like you've completely forgotten because of the explosion. And everything, you've completely forgotten
The snap.
that the snap worked,
Yeah,
and it's all just fucking culminating.
yeah,
And it's brilliant.
And they're all just fucking. Oh mate, it's such a great fucking scene.
And then the battle fucking begins, and it's all
then-
kicking off.
And then Ant-Man appears and he saved fucking Hulk, fucking Rocket, and fucking War
Yeah.
Machine, and he's joined the fucking line. And then they just fucking chart, and he's Captain America does, and then fucking Thor lands, and Iron Man they've woken up, they land.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow's there for some reason, and then fucking Iron Man fucking does the Avengers. assemble.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
chart, and then it's just an epic fucking fight, man.
It's a big old fucking
It's a
fight.
hell of a That's why I didn't really want to see it in 3D, because that would have fucked us.
Yeah, yeah.
That would have been hard to see what was going on.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
But it looked fucking great, man. That whole fucking fight was just fucking full on.
And also, during the entire fucking fight, they're just trying to get the gauntlet to fucking Tony.
Yeah, well, not even that. They're trying to keep it away from Thanos.
And it's just it's like a game of American football.
It's great though, because everyone gets their moment.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the
Spider-Man's great
and,
with
and
it.
like the gauntlet's being passed around between fucking Hawkeye. It's gone to Black Panther. He has a fucking awesome run with it. He throws it in the air. It gets to fucking Spider-Man. Then he's like swinging with it. He gets caught. Gwyneth Paltrow lifts him up, and
Fucking teamwork, mate.
Captain America throws the hammer. He calls him Queens.
Yeah, that's
Queens!
right. Yeah,
And he
yeah,
throws
yeah.
the hammer,
And he just grabs on.
He webs the hammer and gets pulled up with it. Valkyrie grabs him, and he's on the back of a flying horse. And he's like, "Hey, I'm Peter Parker."
Every time he introduces
Yeah,
himself,
like the worst fucking.
he's like the most polite
He's so
fucking
excited.
kid.
He's so excited. It doesn't even say Spider-Man. I'm Peter Parker. Like, fucking.
I
And it's
said
an
to you
awesome fucking
during
scene.
I said to you during the week that I watched that clip where Childish Gambino turns up in the Spider-Man
Oh,
film,
yeah.
and he's webbed his fucking hand to the thing, and it's just that whole awkward fucking interrogation
Yeah,
scene.
it's good.
But it's really, really good. And there's that one bit where he just goes, "Man, I know this is your first time doing this and stuff, but get better at this part."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. And he's got the interrogation mode on the suit, and I love in this film we see, because it's made of, they make a joke out of it in Homecoming, where his suit goes into like instant kill mode, and he's like, "Why do I have that?" Like,
yeah.
And in this, he does initiate instant kill mode, and his suit starts stabbing everyone.
Everything
That's
around him.
fucking
It's
his,
so
his
sick.
eyes go small and red, and he just starts stabbing everyone. That was a fucking cool scene.
All the legs come
that
out
was
of him, don't they?
fucking awesome. I was fucking stoked by that.
Yeah, that's
We
cool.
get some great fucking action beats. Everyone gets a bit of a moment in this. Fucking,
Yeah, absolutely.
They're trying to get to the fucking the van, because it's got the quantum realm fucking time, quantum space hole hopper adventure time in it.
That
Fucking-
van has fucking been that can withstand some shit.
And then we see fucking Scarlet Witch show up. She has a bash.
She has an
She
Has an absolute
She
bash.
puts him in a fucking position where he's like, fire, and they fucking fire their own people.
Yeah.
And then we're like, what the fuck's happening? And then fucking Captain Marvel
Mate, that is one of the best bits where she comes just splashing
starts
through.
firing there. What are they firing at? And fucking Friday and Iron Man's like, someone's entered the atmosphere. And then fucking she comes flying through the fucking
Literally
ship.
through the ship.
I forgot I was in this film. I'm back.
Hey,
Hey.
haven't got another haircut, but I heard
Hey.
you were in trouble.
Oh.
You know what? I think by the fact that the last film that came out before Endgame was Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
they kept her role in it to a minimum. Which
Yeah,
is, I think,
I liked it because everyone expected her to just be. I mean, she did kind of. Well, she didn't really save the day, but she helped.
yeah, she absolutely. She tore down some fucking defense on it.
She has a great fucking scene where after Thanos has destroyed the fucking van, and he gets hold of the fucking gauntlet.
Yeah.
And he fucking puts it on. Oh my god, it all fucking charges him up, and he goes to snap instantly, and she grabs she's literally pulling his fingers apart.
Yeah,
Such
yeah.
a cool fucking scene, mate. It's so like fuck, and he's
close.
so close, and she's like you pulling it, and then he pops out one of the stones into his other hand, and his other hand charges, and then he just fucking punches her, and she flies off, and it's like fuck.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's so fucking cool. And then the fucking pinnacle moment where he fucking puts it on. And Stark's
Tony
looking,
comes.
and the fucking what's strange is the bit where he holds. He's like, wait, raises his finger,
Yeah.
and then he's like, obviously, like, don't go yet. And then once he puts on the gauntlet, Stark grabs it,
Yeah.
gets fucking his ass kicked. Fucking Thanos raises the gauntlet. I am inedible, not inedible, inedible.
Inedible.
Clicks, don't eat me.
You can't eat me.
Clicks, nothing happens. Empty
Yeah.
click, and he turns it around, and the stones aren't there. And then fucking Stark's there, and it's all charging up, and it's in his fucking suit, and the stones align, and then he's just like charges him up, and he's like, I am Iron Man. Click, fuck,
Boom.
snap, fucking
Dust.
dust, fucking Thanos. He just fucking all his army goes, and he no speech, no final words. He just sits down and's like, fuck, and then just waits, and then
Yeah.
just. As he disappears, just drops his head.
Just,
Like, oh my god, it's just like deep.
man, it's fucking nuts. And the thing is, that you get that whole montage of everyone in a fucking precarious situation where they're possibly potentially going to die.
Yeah.
But then everything just turns to dust.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, spoilers if you're a fan, Game of Thrones, episode 3 of the big fight, kind of a similar fucking ending.
And then fucking we see Stark and he's fucked. He's fried.
Oh, mate, he is
he's
burnt
fried
to shit.
He like sits himself down and oh mate, he's
not
dark,
even there.
Man. It's just black.
Yeah.
Black, just burnt. He's fucked. He's so fried. And he's fucking Spider-Man grabs him and he's crying and he's like, we did it, I'm sorry. And he's broken and fucking Gwyneth Paltrow moves him out the way, fucking Pepper Potts and she's like, Tony. And he's not even coherent. He's just kind of looking. She's like, look at me. And she's just like...
She's just like, it's okay.
You can rest. We did it.
Yeah.
And then nothing. No lines. Just gone.
Just fucking fade.
Fuck, man. It was just like... The first they had to have Iron Man as his last lines.
Yeah,
man.
bad. Absolutely.
Like, no... Oh, mate.
That's an intense, mate. It's an intense fucking scene.
So, when that happened the first time, I heard a few sniffles. There were some cries in the cinema. I held it together.
I was all right.
There's one part that's...
People at work were telling me I was going to cry.
There's one part that has... almost triggered me all 3 times I've seen it.
Yeah.
There has been once... Say, it's been out a couple of weeks now, so I saw it with work the Friday it came out, with you the Wednesday, and then I saw it today, which is the 4th of May with Lizzie. She hadn't seen it, we went this morning.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. And... Oh no, today's the 5th. Yeah,
Return of the 5th.
Return of the 5th. So I saw it today with Lizzie the 3rd time. And... the scene that still almost gets me is after all that. Oh, it cuts to the funeral. And it is sad. Lizzie had already gone by then, I think. Like, I could hear
she'd
people
gone home.
all 3 times. I could hear sniffles during the funeral scene.
Yeah.
And everyone's there. Everyone from the universe is there.
I mean, it's great. I like the way it pans around them, and they're all kind of sort of stood in their connected sort of like
they're all
cliques,
there.
you know. And there's some people that are alone, like Bucky's alone.
Yeah,
and
Nick
fucking
Fury
like
walks out at the end.
strange, and fucking the monk
Wong,
are there, like
fucking, yeah.
And then just right at the back is Captain Marvel, and that's kind of it's almost like a family tree.
Yeah.
If
it
you
is,
think about like the way it weaves,
That's
and it's
true.
like
Yeah.
because right at the top is where it's basically probably gonna
Captain
go off
Marvel's
from.
there, and then Stark behind. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's probably the direction
Yeah.
they're probably going to go in. Like,
So that fucking really nice scenes, but the bit that almost got me all 3 times.
Yeah.
Is when it then cuts to fucking Tony Stark's daughter Morgan sat with the
Happy.
bodyguard, sat with Happy.
Yeah.
Who obviously Jon Favreau, man, directed Iron Man. He helped build this whole fucking thing.
yeah, absolutely.
And he's like, "You alright, Squirt?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's just like, "Hungry?" "Yeah." He's like, "What do you want?" And she's like, "Cheeseburgers," which Tony Stark in the first Iron Man.
You see him pause, don't you?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like
In the first Iron Man, when Tony Stark gets out of captivity,
And he's, like, sat down.
I want a cheeseburger.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want a
He's like he goes
cheeseburger."
to the press conference. He's just got like pockets full of
But
cheeseburgers.
it's such a scene when she's like cheeseburgers, and he almost cries. He goes,
Yeah,
he's
man.
like that all 3 times. I'm like, oh god, Greg, don't. Lizzie this time. I could see her, man. She was gone. Like when we left, she was like, my face is all red, like. And then I was like, what bit upset you? And she's like, oh, it's the bit with the daughter. Oh, and then she went again outside of the escalator. She's like, stupid film, like walking towards the escalator.
It's stupid, Greg.
I'm like,
It's stupid.
I'm like, because her brother was seeing it around the time we were leaving.
Yeah.
And I was like, if we bump into him, I've got to hide your face because your face is a spoiler. If they see you now before going in, your face is a spoiler for them. She's
You
like,
can
"Ah."
buy Avengers burkas to hide your
Don't
emotions.
hide your emotion. Hide your emotions. People haven't seen it yet.
What film are you seeing?
Keep the spoiler banned.
A Dog's Tale.
And
Leave me
also,
alone.
Worth mentioning, as it stands right now, tomorrow is Monday. That is when the Russo brothers are saying the official spoilers ban will lift. And again, a testament to them training fans. There are spoilers out there if you look, but they did the whole don't spoil.
We
Endgame.
have the common decency to
Didn't
do
they?
it a further 2 weeks later.
Well, didn't they? but they had the whole "Don't Spoil Endgame" campaign, and they wrote the letter that got.
They did, yeah.
pretty, like being like, "Don't spoil it, please give it to this date so everyone could see it."
Well,
and
how
then
about
people did? I thought people were biting quite well because I didn't get anything because I wasn't looking.
No,
at it, but
I did very well. I know I saw things on.
things were leaked.
I saw things on YouTube that were heavily titled like Endgame, and I was like, avoid that.
Yeah.
I saw some very minimal things. I heard very little in the office. However, I did see a fucking article about a person who left the fucking theatre after seeing it
Yep.
and shouted the ending and got the shit kicked
He was
out of
shouting
him.
spoilers through the film, wasn't he? Yeah,
What
they
a
beat the fuck out of him.
fucking arsehole.
See, so what, mate? That's what I mean. People are so fucking passionate about this shit.
You know what? I bet he's a fucking YouTuber. I bet you he's a fucking YouTuber.
But people are so fucking passionate about it. Like fucking that. This
I
is
think
what
they've got a
happens.
fucking right to
Yeah,
be.
I agree.
That's 11 years. That's mate. Some people haven't even been in a relationship.
Yeah,
that
all
long.
alive, like alive,
Alive.
alive.
Good, Shaggy.
Do you want me to do it now, Skill?
I think, I think everyone had a right. I mean, you wait for so long, and it is the finale, and it's not like a trilogy. This is a fucking
Yeah,
legacy. This is a universe.
yeah.
And I think everyone's got a right to be fucking angry if some cunt walks out,
No, I agree.
fucking shouting off the endings.
How did you feel about the ending? Because I've obviously just explaining the film. How did you feel as a newcomer to the universe? I hate saying that.
I
But
mean-
who hasn't seen all the films? Like, were you like off the back of Infinity War? How did you feel about its conclusions? They didn't even mention Captain America yet after fucking.
Yeah, no, I mean, the death. I mean, it kind of makes sense, really. I mean, that's where it started. It's where it should finish, you know. So it kind of sort of makes sense for Iron Man to be the one that dies.
Did you like the way it played out?
It was good. I mean, he's the fucking hero.
Did you enjoy the film as a whole?
I did. No, I there was no parts where I was just like, what's going on? I generally sort of like understood who had survived from watching like Infinity
Did you feel
War.
it was a justified 3 hours?
It went very quickly.
Right. That's
It went so fucking quick.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like anything dragged. Even the ending where they're kind of sort of like rounding everything up. I wanted to see what was going on because again, it was all still split off. Everyone was doing different things. I liked obviously like Thor going off with Guardians
of course.
people. That was a nice little funny ending.
Yeah, that's Guardians of the Galaxy.
It also, I mean, you never know. Is he going to be in the third Guardians film?
Yeah, who knows? Because
I
that
mean-
script's been written for a while.
Yeah,
so it'd be
and I mean,
interesting.
if that's how that's ending, there needs to be maybe he'll be in it only for like the first 15
there
minutes.
are
but they'll
rumours that
fucking
he
jump
signed
off.
a new deal, that Hemsworth has signed a new deal with Marvel.
Do you reckon
There
he'll
are
maybe
rumours
do
floating
like
around
a?
today.
Do you reckon they'll do like a second Thor trilogy or something?
I don't know. He might become like a bit of an Iron Man character.
That
maybe,
might.
like,
That might.
appearing
I
in
think.
films.
I think that might go like the way of like Pirates of the Caribbean if they try and do a third trilogy. People will stop caring. I mean, it's funny, but like.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
He
what
is
they do.
good. He's very good at it, and I enjoy
I think
him.
they're only just starting to have fun with him.
Yeah, I think that's. He's way more enjoyable as like comedic Thor.
I saw an interview with him, and he's like the Thor character has a lot more of me in him now.
Yeah.
Like I'm basically just being myself. It's great.
He's the Ryan Reynolds.
But yeah, so he left out Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And then Captain America obviously went to put the stones back. Had
Yep.
his goodbye with Bucky, who obviously knew he wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
Sends him, doesn't come back. Sam's like, oh no! And then he's there.
What happened?
He's there looking amazing as an old man.
Oh, he looks so
I had to look that
fucking
up.
good.
I had to look it up, man. It was like makeup and practical effects and CGI. Like it was amazing.
Yeah, he looked really.
Like he
good.
looked flawless.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't look like it was
He
like.
was watching it a third
didn't
time
look
today.
fake.
I was really focusing on his face.
The hair
it
looked
was like
fucking
it's
great
flawless.
as well.
He looks amazing.
The hair looked the same but great.
Yeah, so
it
he
was so
obviously
fucking good.
Turned the stones and then had a life with Peggy
Yeah,
and fucking hands over
took
the
advantage.
shield to
Took
fucking
it,
Sam.
did exactly what he wanted to do.
Gives the shield to Sam.
And
Which
just
in the
turned
comics
up.
he does become Captain America, but
There
so
you go.
does
That's
Winter
a nice
Soldier
little-
for a little
That's
bit.
a nice little cover. And yeah, I mean, you don't really see much of Peter Parker at the end of it.
No, you don't.
You see him in the
school.
in the lineup, and Aunt May's there as well.
So and you see him go back into high school and see his mates there.
Yeah, man,
So
that's
it
a nice
looks
little
like-
moment
so
because
it's
his
not really
friends thought he was
explained,
dead
but
and shit.
Kind of
like-
looks like because it's been 5 years, so it wouldn't be everyone at the same school.
No, but no, well they go back, don't they?
Yeah, they don't go back 5 years ago. It's still 5 years later.
I guess so, but yeah,
It's
that's,
still 5 years later, so he goes back to school. He's not been there for 5 years, so it won't be the same people there.
True.
But a lot of the original cast are in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer.
well, it's a funny old weird sort of.
Apparently, the next trailer.
culmination.
Apparently, there's a trailer might drop by now for Spider-Man coming out, which apparently not shows a bit of that, like what's happening
really?
with the time jump.
Oh, okay.
And they obviously had to keep it secret for the first trailer because Endgame hadn't come out.
Yeah.
So the first trailer's been cut to not give any indication that something happened. So we'll see what happens with that. Be
But
interesting.
don't you think though, right? How about this though? Instead, like if it was all 5 years later, how about if they just instead use the time stone to reverse time back 5 years and then do the snap, so it like nothing happened?
But that's what they say. It didn't work that way, did it?
That's bullshit, then, isn't it?
That was the whole point.
Well, that are tits.
That was the whole point.
But yeah, no, I like how everything sort of ended. You know, fucking Hawkeye was back to with his fucking
Yeah.
family and
Yeah, yeah.
shit, and yeah, Thor was off with them, and
it ended on a shot with Cap dancing with Peggy.
There you go. Good little ending.
Yeah, it was nice. A lot of tears then.
Oh yeah.
Not for me, but in the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was
Depends when you go, isn't it?
It was quite quiet as you heard everyone sniffling. Like you heard them.
I liked
Lizzie
it.
wasn't. Lizzie was quiet. You didn't hear her sniffling.
You know what my favourite bit was when the fucking credits rolled and we started walking out and I looked back and saw like 20 people still sat down and I was like, Greg, there's nothing at the end, right? And you were like, nah. And I was like, ha! Idiots.
So how bad's this? In China,
Yeah.
I saw a video of someone filming in the cinema. In China, it was everyone waiting for the end credits. And it gets to the end credits and it cuts to a moon. And you hear like they all sound like them outside. And then two fingers touch the moon and zoom in. And then the camera pulls back and it's on a phone. And it's an advert for that fucking Huawei fucking, whatever it's called, Huawei fucking mobile phone.
Oh, no way.
And everyone's like, no! Like in China, they're so fucking cheeky. They put an advert there.
Oh, no.
They put a fucking advert there. So there we had it. And then we had Endgame was fucking done.
End.
It was fucking
The end.
The fucking
Finn.
saga was. Everyone got their fucking ends. It still left everything wide open. There's still
Yep.
a lot more to come. But fuck, man, that was a great. I loved it. I was really happy with it. A lot
It
of
was
people
great.
moaned it was boring and too long and blah
Nah,
blah.
man. If you know what, those people haven't invested time in it. I know how to enjoy myself, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I fucking loved it, man.
Yeah, quality viewing.
There was obviously a quick wrap up here. Obviously, we had a bee in a bonnet sent to me from my godson Reese.
Yes.
Which was something that definitely fucking had to be quickly mentioned because I completely agree with this. And this is part of the whole fucking keeping things like non-spoilery.
I think this is the. We've not really had anything like this in a long time where there's been like a widespread like announcement for just like, please do not ruin this for people.
Yeah, so
we have put far too much into this for people just to fuck it up for others.
So I had a message from Reese on the 25th of April being like, massive bee in my bonnet. People would talk about new movies, brackets, Endgame, on the train, super fucking loud. They can die.
Oh,
Angry,
mate.
all in caps.
Oh, he heard someone
Angry.
fucking ruined it for him.
Angry, mate.
Someone
Angry.
ruined it for him.
Angry. So he put his headphones on full whack so he could try not to hear anything.
Yeah, man.
Fucking, I get that, man.
I absolutely get that.
I've been on the bus before.
Sometimes
people ruin the movie
the
for me.
train is the best for a geese drop, but
Oh
not
yeah,
for
I agree.
a fucking
Yeah. But people talking the fucking spoilers of the film has just come out loudly on a fucking train. I remember on a bus and someone did it me the new Blade Runner movie. Probably messaged me saying how good it was. I was like, cool. He's like, loads of cool stuff happens. And just got on the bus and there's people sat like not even near each other, dotted around, just shouting about the film. They told me everything, and I was like, fuck. Oh, well, that's what happens then.
It's how it goes sometimes.
People, like, as soon as it come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you got that for Endgame, people were protective of fucking not knowing what
Yeah,
happened.
man. There was like a
Big
task force
It
for
was
this
a huge
shit.
thing, man. So yeah, you're going to be spoiled now. So fucking.
Fuck it.
I thought spoiled for choice. Fantastic.
You know what? If you haven't seen it by now, don't be angry.
I was like, don't bother.
Don't bother. Don't bother.
I reckon if it hasn't happened already, there'll be a new Spider-Man trailer for Far Away.
Yeah,
and we'll
no,
see
fair play.
what they do now after this big finale. We'll see what happens now. Fucking, what they're going to do. Is it going to be the same? What's it going to be like? We don't fucking know. But we're
Mate,
going to fucking find out.
it's a new era.
Right, I
A
say
new
we-
hope.
We have babbled on long enough.
I'm blogging off.
Yeah, so we're gonna fucking hit your dusty road.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my horse down the whole road.
Ooh, I have been Greg. I am inedible. Armstrong.
Inedible. I have been Joe. I am inevitable. Jackson.
Thanks for playing. Hey, wait.
Thanks for playing Endgame.
Wave to the people at home so they're focused on home, no you real.
Hello.
Good night. Thanks for playing. Goodbye.
Greg and Joe's All Seeing Guys is filmed before a live studio audience.
Next up, keeping up appearances. SBK has a fine experience when Richard's new neighbour comes round for tea.
Richard!
Followed by Bottom.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.